All right, we are live.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did you want to try the where we're up on the screen instead?
What the heck? Where'd it go?
I don't know where it went. Whoa.
Here it is.
There we go. We'll try it this time.
That's gonna be crazy. People are gonna be
like, "Whoa, what the heck
so
just happened?"
confused. This is gonna be the craziest thing since face cam.
Mm-hmm.
You stinking get in the right spot, bro. Thank you.
Hello.
Top.
Peak. We're on the top this time.
Is peak content. We're at the peak. Let's see if anybody notices.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, chat.
Hey, chat. Chat. Hey, chat. How's it going?
Yeah.
On
It's
this,
Friday today.
Perfectly normal stream. Nothing unusual whatsoever. Nothing unusual. Nothing strange. You know, we're just vibing here.
Nothing strange.
Gabriel first. Nice. Boxy, hello. Box XY. I like that. Hi, Gear Gaming.
Hello.
Great to see ya. Just ready. Hello. Cyberpulse. Soupy likes to draw. I'm glad you like to draw.
I'm so glad. We need more of those artists who just like to draw.
People who like to draw.
You'll give her like cool shoulder pads. Kind of rock star look.
What are we gonna do today? But I have no idea, dude. I have no idea. How do you do overhead shots properly?
Overhead shots? That's a fun question.
Just how overhead are we talking?
Yeah, like, is it like bird's eye kind? Or like really high above?
Honestly, I don't find overhead shots all that difficult. Once you understand, maybe it's just because I've done so many like three-quarter environment designs and stuff. If you want to do an overhead shot, I would definitely say start with a grid like.
Oh, you didn't switch for TikTok?
Why are you not switching? Oh, it's because we're we don't have the scene setups. Ooh, let me think. This doesn't work, does it? I'm gonna have to pull this down.
Arabella says y'all are on top now. Heck yeah.
There we go. I'm gonna have to do that in a little bit.
Yeah, we didn't think about that this far. I guess we just got the live classes. Oh, Ugly King, you got the live classes? Heck yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yay!
Awesome. Anyways. If you want to do overhead shots, I would really recommend starting with just kind of like a grid like this. You can add a third vanishing point if you want and kind of just pull them in like that. And this will be your grid. So this is like the convergence here, right? And you can just set up a little perspective grid like that. And then you can use this as your... I'm not drawing it all today. I'm kind of...
Rusty.
We're kind of rusty right now.
Same.
You know, you can have something along the lines of this. So I would say you can do 2-point perspective, but if you're doing an overhead shot, 2-point perspective tends to feel a little bit stiff. Like you're probably going to want some convergence. So, you know, you can choose, it would look like this, right? Vanishing point, vanishing point, vanishing point. You know, you can chuck that one in the middle.
Ooh.
Like this. And then you'd probably want to crop your scene maybe somewhere in here. That's pretty good for like 3/4. So you're quite a bit below. You know, you can do that if you want.
Looks great. Ooh.
and this can be your grid, and then you can subdivide as needed. But essentially, your overhead shot is going to take place in here. So your horizon line is way up here, but you don't really need your horizon line. If you have like a decent number of converging lines, you can always just subdivide, and you can follow the path of the perspective lines, right? And then of course you're gonna get something along the lines of whatever. You can simplify the head into a cylinder if you want.
Overhead tends to also have like a lot of overlaps.
Yes, you're gonna get a lot of overlap. So it's gonna be like, let me think of an example. Like this, right? You're gonna get a lot of this going on. So whatever object you have, objects below it are gonna get smaller, and they're gonna overlap a lot. And the more above something you are, the more overlaps you're going to get. So like if you're really above something, that would be the top. If you're just kind of above something,
Overlaps are not as severe.
yeah, the overlaps won't be as severe. So it could be like this. So this is like very above, and then, you know, like we just got like above. So you're going to get much smaller slices peeking out from behind of that. And those are kind of like the rules that you would use to like that you would follow during an overhead shot.
Yeah. Do you have tips for drawing armor? I've been drawing it a lot recently.
Armor is very functional.
Yeah.
So I would really take a look at a lot of reference, you know, maybe make like a reference board of the different parts of armor. I made a reference board a little while back on Pure Ref.
I find that trying to find how they connect to each other is pretty useful.
Yeah. Here we go. So I made this little reference board and did a number of studies of these. So you can go through and look at the different names of things because it's all very functional and they all work together. So for example, we've got pauldrons, like the shoulder pads, and they'll connect, and there's the breastplate or the cuirass, right?
Oh.
I don't know how to pronounce it exactly. I might have known at one point, but I don't now. So go on and like look up the different pieces of armor and see what functions they have, and see where the joints are, where the hinges are, if there are hinges, or the straps or whatever, and just do a bunch of studies. Do a bunch of studies, and remember, like these are three-dimensional objects. So if you're going to draw something in 3D, you can start with maybe, you know, just this. Cut it in. You know, maybe this one would come down like this. Think about the three-dimensional aspect of it.
I think that's like just the key for armor in general, or just any kind of article of clothing, is just understanding the form. We talk about it a lot, you know.
Yeah, we can come up here to maybe, I don't know, where is this at exactly?
That thing up there?
Yeah, like this part.
Oh,
we
that's
can look
cool.
at the 3D form of it. Like it's basically a cylinder stuck into the top of like a chunk of a sphere. That's pretty cool. So we could draw that. And it kind of goes around. It's like a cylinder that's stuck into,
Ooh.
right, like that.
Like a potato chip. Folded potato chip.
It is kind of like a potato chip. And we can like break down like how do we draw this thing, right? Okay, we got that, and this comes out, and this is shorter, and then this could go down
And around. Oh, that's like in a different view.
Down and around. Yeah, this is like more in like a top view. Investigate these forms and how they work, and then you just chuck it on top, And I would really just recommend investigating the main forms of this stuff, right? So maybe this comes up and it goes around like this, and then this one comes down, and we'll look at the different pieces of armor and go, well, does this go on top or does it go on bottom? To me, this looks like it goes on top of the breastplate generally. That's pretty useful information. So we'll just convert this line into the line of, right, this thing.
That would be a really cool armor to study.
Right, and then we got the shoulder pads. So, like, I don't really know how to draw armor, but this is how I would figure it out. I've drawn armor here and there. Like, I did some design for armor stuff for some of the games that I worked on, but not a whole lot. That wasn't my specialty.
Art Lover asks, how come it's not recommended to keep tangents?
It's generally not recommended to keep tangents because they can create optical illusions in an image.
That may not be like
that. Yeah, that may
ideal.
flatten something. If you're trying to create the illusion of 3D, a tangent can create an optical illusion that makes it not look 3D anymore. So it's not recommended. You can keep tangents at times for certain particular reasons. Right? Maybe this comes down like that. Let's look. Like, does it go over the breastplate?
Oh, that one's a really cool one.
Yeah, this one does. This one actually goes over
There's like a
the
shoulder
neck
pad
piece.
on top.
So, hold up. So the neck piece is going over the breastplate, and then the shoulder pad is going over the neck piece.
That's what
So
it
that's
looks
just
like.
what I discovered, right? And you can look at like different references and stuff to see. So the shoulder is going over both of them. So this is on bottom, this is in the middle, and this is on top. And so that's just something, it's like, oh, I didn't know that. That's kind of interesting. Let's implement that. So this
This is how you study, by the way.
is on top, right? I'm drawing three-dimensionally. So we've got, this is kind of like a cylinder. This is like a cylinder. You can draw form lines on it if you want. Okay. And now we can even draw something cool like that.
Overlaps.
And then, you know, maybe this one as well. So let's just say we got like that kind of thing. So if I were to investigate how to draw armor, and sometimes they'll have like a, I don't know, like a disc thing here, and it goes over like the whole
I
thing.
wonder if that's like a joint. Or like a
It
hinge.
almost feels like maybe so you don't get your armpit poked, but I'm not sure. Research would probably tell, right? It's kind of neat. So if you want to learn how to draw armor, just like visually investigate armor, like look stuff up, read articles about it,
Watch videos.
watch documentaries. There's so many documentaries on like YouTube and stuff. Yeah, that's kind of interesting, right? We can further refine this. Find some interesting reference, and these aren't this isn't
Oh, that's a
obviously
good
every
one.
single armor
That
ever.
chainmail's cool.
Like that's really cool.
That
The
is
chainmail
really
could go on
cool.
top of all of it. Like that's pretty sick. Let's see. That's cool.
that
like
one's
that's
really
different.
cool. Yeah, that's different.
That's cool. It looks like the shoulder pads most of the time go over pretty much everything else. Here's some bracers. Don't really need that right now.
Like you can even isolate certain pieces of the armor. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I just want to focus on leg armor right now.
Here's the center line. That's really important. You could do that. Could come down here and overlap that and overlap this. Because like we got the form, and that's all I really care about right now. Like we can fix this perspective here. We just use some draw through and go, here's the center line. That comes out like that. Maybe this could even like poke out a little bit. Maybe we'll have it like mimic the shape of whatever is below it.
Mimicking shapes and patterns is also
So, like,
really helpful.
This comes to a point. This comes to a point. This comes to a point. Where else can we do that, right? We could do that here. This is like shape design, right? Maybe that comes to a point. Maybe this one comes to a point. We know our center line, right? Let's just say this comes to a point. That's kind of neat. Hey, maybe heck, even this comes to a point. Let's get crazy.
Oh. Oh, that's cool.
right? We'll just kind of like repeat that shape language. That comes to a point. That's kind of cool. Keep in mind our center line. And that's how I would like break down and draw armor. And then once you understand the 3D forms, like you can experiment and try drawing it from like a different angle, you know? You could draw it from like the front and go, okay, well, we know this comes down and goes like that. Goes like that. You can draw it from like imagination and go, okay, so that overlapped that. The shoulder overlapped this. We could even just draw like a really quick little torso in here.
And that could be even cloth too.
Yeah. That could be like that. This could come out. We have that part.
Good morning. Hey, clear sky.
Right, this could come down. We can add like the dimension over that. So like this is on the bottom, this is in the middle, this is on top. You know, this is absolutely massive, so I don't want it that big.
Fixing proportions as you go.
Yeah. Not everything has to be perfect immediately. Don't be like overly obsessed whether things look absolutely perfect from the very start. Like you're just getting in stuff. You can always fix stuff with a process. It's totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you could do that sort of thing. So like I really like how the overlaps, like I didn't know that. I hadn't drawn armor in so long that I didn't really know the order of overlaps, and you could definitely find some stuff. There's a lot of like armor nerds and stuff out there who know all this stuff, and you can just watch videos and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's kind of cool to me. You know, maybe we
Sometimes I'll even see like little clasps like on the ribbed parts.
To hold the sides together.
Yeah, to hold the sides together.
Definitely. That's cool. I don't have a very big collection of armor in this pure ref file. I just kind of had the basics of a couple of pieces. There's a lot of different stuff, but yeah.
Like the one on the side, right there.
This?
Yeah, that one.
This?
No. The one.
This?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that.
They'll have those clasps. Yeah.
That's right here.
Yep.
Okay. Like that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a curved piece.
Lau says, "Wow, what are you doing up there?" We decided to be a bit quirky today.
Yeah, and honestly, just experimenting around and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Will you guys be talking about fingers and hands today? I wouldn't mind talking about it. Maybe.
We could do something a little bit more interesting. You know, we could make this shape kind of cool. Maybe.
Oh, I like that.
Do a little thing like that.
Oh, that's fun.
You know, don't forget the form. We're always drawing around the form. There's a three-dimensional object, and we can just mimic that on some of these other ones, right? Like we got this coming out. This could come back in here and do that.
Oh.
And do that. Kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Could do it. We could put a little like trim type thing around the edge. Neat.
It's already starting to look more unique now, rather than just kind of like plain.
You know, and then we just kind of repeat that language around here if we want. Maybe we'll put these a little bit closer together to make it a little bit maybe more interesting of a design. So like we'll put that kind of closer. Maybe we'll put this kind of closer right there.
Wish I could share my pics with you guys live. I'm doing this with you guys. You can post it in the Discord. Yeah.
Yeah, people have done that.
Mm-hmm. You can put it in studies share.
And then maybe we'll come out and we'll have like a little lip.
Oh, that's fun.
that physically comes out a little bit. Like that. Kind of neat.
Yeah.
You know, we can put that around here. I think these shoulder spiked thingies look kind of dumb, so I could like redesign them. But I like the idea of them.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Hey,
Like,
Misaki.
maybe we bring them down a little bit more.
I like
Like
that.
this. Right? So instead of up here, maybe it's kind of like down there. That looks kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
What does it mean to have a foreground character on the bottom layer?
Huh?
I don't know what you mean by the bottom layer.
I don't really know what you mean. What does it mean?
Like, I mean, I think some people probably would prefer to have the foreground character on like the very bottom layer of your piece, but I don't think.
Bottom layer? Usually they'd be on the top layer.
Yeah, usually
in
they'd be on the
front of
top
everything
layer.
Else. But
Yeah.
like, I don't really know what you mean exactly.
Yeah.
Right? And then, so that goes over, honestly, like all this, right? So we could like redesign this in a way where this comes up and goes over that. So this goes under, maybe this is like going over
Oh, I like that.
like that.
That's really cool.
Yeah, could do something like that. Interesting.
And then you
And
just
you
do
just, like-
another drawing.
Yeah, you just learn stuff the whole time. Like, imagine you tackle another piece of armor. Like, you've learned so much. You go like, okay, the breastplate is usually on the bottom, and then this neck piece, what was that called again? Gorget?
Oh, okay. Gorget?
Goes like over top of it, and then the shoulder pads, which pauldrons, would go over top of both of those. And like, you're learning and you're studying and you're drawing, and it's completely stress-free because you don't care at all how it turns out, and it's just for research purposes, right? Maybe we go like that type of thing. You can even name it,
I like naming stuff.
right? Pauldrons.
I think naming stuff and memorizing certain things is like putting an extra category rather than everything just looking like armor. So like armor, I think it's like a very loaded term where it's like it just encompasses everything.
C-U-I-R.
C-U-I-R.
C-U-I-R. I-R-A-S. S. There we go. Oops.
It's
So,
very
like-
similar to like learning anatomy too
Yeah.
and muscles.
There are a lot of I don't even know what they're called, like LARPing websites that make armor and stuff.
Oh, that's a cool one.
Yeah, like this one
Dark
right here
Lord.
is sick. Look how cool this dude
Oh
looks.
my
Like, man,
gosh.
like I wish I was as cool as this guy.
And the hair and the it just matches with the
But
armor.
look,
That's so
this
cool.
guy,
Oh wow.
his gorget goes underneath of this. Maybe it's because he has like a cape on the back or something. The cape's off on this one, but you can see it here. That's interesting. And it goes over his shoulders. So
Oh,
like,
that's so cool.
that's interesting. Maybe the order doesn't specifically matter that much.
Oh, yep, there's those sections in there.
Yep. So you can bend.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that little close up right there.
This.
Yep, that clasp is really, really cool.
Yeah, it's really good. And when people sell stuff, they take a bunch of really high quality photos of things that are very clear. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Bro is majestic.
Yeah,
This is how Applejack imagines himself.
that's true.
He's like, I am the knight, the lion of
The wolf
household,
of yeah.
the wolf of Anime Academy.
Coloring sheer fabric. Do you darken the skin underneath or mix the fabric's color onto the skin? It depends. Like if you have like light skin, if you have like dark skin with light sheer, it would probably lighten it. And if you have like dark sheer on light skin, it would darken it. It would just depend. But like yeah, I would typically mix the fabric's color into the skin, and it would either lighten or darken depending on the skin tone. it's more of like a case by case basis.
I don't know who asked about armor, by the way. Was it on YouTube?
I feel like it was. Yeah. Soupy likes to draw.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope that was helpful. I don't really draw armor a lot, but that's how I would learn about it. I just do a bunch of visual research and look at things and look at different examples and look at the names of things and watch some videos talking about things and all that kind of stuff. Just kind of like nerd out about it.
Can you teach us about energy and pose today, or maybe pose in perspective? I think pose in perspective is kind of fun.
Colt needs a mustache. Maybe not. Maybe.
He'd be like meh.
Kind of meh.
It's kind of itchy.
They get stinky. Your food gets in it. It's not like you have to like properly groom. Y'all know like cats are licking themselves all the time, dude.
I find that what helped me with the exercise that helped me with poses in perspective was drawing a lot of bendy boxes, or just drawing like 2 boxes in different angles.
Poses in
Gerard.
perspective?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like I'll just like draw one box, maybe one that's a little bit longer and another that's a little bit shorter, and I'm like, okay, here's a box that is facing away from me, but we see the top. And maybe I'll draw another box kind of like underneath of it that's maybe twisted a little bit at a different angle perhaps, and it's a little bit shorter. Like for me, that kind of helps me with thinking about things more like blocky and also more dimensionally, and I can turn this into a torso if I wanted to. And then afterwards I would kind of just like start combining forms. So I'm like, okay, I started with this kind of torso looking structure. Well, what if I added cylinders and turned them into like arms?
You didn't turn that light on.
I did not. Grab another meat. There we go. So like, you know, what if we had a cylinder that was facing away and then maybe one facing down? Like how would that look? Like maybe this cylinder would be more towards the side. And then you kind of like start gradually having a pose in perspective, but like it's not really necessarily designed. But I find that this helped me to see things in a more easier way. And then your hand's a box. And then you can say, okay, well, my head will overlap in this angle. So like I'll just draw either a cylinder overlapping the torso.
Our day's going pretty good.
Yeah.
Coloring sheer fabric, do you darken the skin underneath or mix the fabric's color into the skin? It would kind of be like a layer over top of it. Like if it's a white fabric, it would probably make it less saturated. It would kind of, you'd add a white to the color of whatever's underneath of it. And if it's like black, you would add black to the color.
Mm-hmm.
But the sheer fabric on top is definitely going to desaturate whatever is below.
Yeah. And so I would just do like a bunch of these. Anyways.
Probably going to act like... It's probably going to act something like this. Like this. Like a low opacity. You know, maybe if you have like yellow or orange or something underneath. Or if you have, I don't know, pink underneath. You're going to take that and it's going to go over top of it. Mm-hmm. And it's just going to desaturate it down, right? You're adding white to it if it's a white fabric. But if it's like a black fabric, it's probably going to do like this.
Yep. It's almost like a multiply or a...
Definitely wouldn't be a multiply.
Yeah, because multiply would also saturate as well.
It would add black to it.
Yeah.
It would just be like a lower opacity, right? I just have this on like 50% opacity here, and that would be a good starting spot. Mm-hmm. But you definitely want to find real reference as well of how it actually looks, right? If it's like a, I don't know, if it's like a light blue fabric or something.
Ooh.
Take everything and kind of just put like a blue
haze
over top of it.
I would have the sheer.
That would be plenty to get a good starting point.
Yeah, and you can even just say like, oh, I'm gonna have my sheer fabric layer on top of what's underneath, just to kind of see what it looks like. And so I find that doing this really helped a lot.
Hey, Clear Sky. Happy Friday.
Hey.
Should we... Clear Sky, can I show some of your work from the mentorship?
I was very impressed with your work, Clear Sky.
I would love to. Do you guys have any tips for designing symbols? I have to design a cult symbol for a D&D campaign. I'm totally stuck.
Oh.
Definitely find reference. But try to keep something simple, right? A lot of symbols will be like, you know, they'll have like a really simple graphical statement to them. It so depends on the symbol though. Like a lot of things will use like the sun or like the skull motif or like a hand or maybe try to find some starting point of a thing and try to, it's almost like a logo design, right? It's like, maybe that would be like a sword. Maybe it could be like a sword stuck through, like, what does the cult stand for?
Yeah,
right?
like what are its main motifs?
If it's like a cult of, I don't know, darkness, maybe it could be like a blindfolded skull with a sword stuck through it or something, right? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it would mean something to what it stands for, and then you would kind of start with that and make some variations of it. Rats. Yeah, like, probably a rat thing. What? Why are you crying, Misaki? Does it cost monies for mentorship?
Yes.
Do you think that we would mentor you for free? Is that what you're asking, Misaki?
It would cost, yes. But I think like also, you know, is it menacing? If so, you can add more like sharper motifs. A rat cult. That's kind of fun.
Free mentorship win.
Free mentorship.
Right now.
Yeah.
But if you insist.
Like it could be like the front view of a rat. You know, I think symbols like to be like front view, like symmetrical, especially like cults, and religious stuff tends to like to be symmetrical.
Yeah.
What's a rat? What does a rat face look like, anyways?
Look at our silly cats, dude.
That's true. Rat. I'm gonna
wait. We found a new Alani flavor, and we got it, and we were gonna try it on stream. What do you think of that?
Ew.
Ew. Gross.
That's gross. That's grody. Let me think.
I'm gonna go get it. I'm
Go
actually
get
excited
it.
about it.
Like it's like a gnarly rat, you know. I'm just kind of looking at this little cute guy, and I'm gonna turn him into something not very attractive. You know, does the rat have like a symbol on it? Do you want to show like the aggressiveness of the cult? And you know, using symmetry tool, I think would actually help a lot.
Symmetry tool helps so much for these sort of things.
Yeah, so use symmetry tool. Don't do what I'm doing.
Yeah, just turn on the symmetry
Where
tool.
is the symmetry tool?
Doesn't Procreate have one?
I would have to find it.
Procreate's gotta have symmetry tool, right? There's no way it doesn't.
Gesture controls, hell.
Drawing guide.
It's
gotta be there.
Okay.
Maybe?
Edit drawing guide?
Edit drawing guide. Isometric perspective symmetry.
Symmetry. There we go. And then how do we move it? There we go.
Cherry bomb.
Oh, that's
Look
a
at
really
this
cool
Alani flavor that we found today. I've never seen this before. Is that the coolest thing ever? Let's
try it. It is so cool. All right, so we got a symmetry tool.
Oh.
Did it fizz?
No. It's
okay,
delicious. It's just like, oh.
I'm gonna have to do this from start to finish.
Holy moly! Looks like Coke.
Oh, maybe it is like a Coke flavor.
Okay.
Careful.
Okay.
So like, let's say there's a rat.
Hold up.
Looks like evil Mickey Mouse. But like, notice that every kind of shape that I'm doing is also dynamic. So like, really keep in mind, like, what are the shapes of the ears? Like, do you want them pointier? Do you want them rounder?
Wait a second. This tastes like.
Gimme.
It tastes like Dr. Pepper. Doesn't it? A little bit.
I want a root beer Alani. I want a root beer Alani.
It's like, it kind of tastes like Dr. Pepper. Does it?
It kind of does, yeah. It's been a while. Where to buy hands like that, you practice and make your hands like that. That's what you do.
Interesting.
Let's do like a little nose. And
It's
then
not
let's
bad.
do
It's not bad flavor.
beady eyes. Ew, this is gross. I'm not very good at drawing rats, by the way, so like don't expect too much. I don't know why I filled it all with like black, but you know, maybe there's like a marking on it. And it's like a tattooed rat of the cult symbol. I don't know what the cult symbol looks like, but I'm just kind of doing some random ideas here.
What's everybody doing this weekend anyway?
Yeah,
Do you like this flavor?
it's
What do you
pretty
think of
good. I like it. Mmm.
It's not bad.
I don't know. You can experiment. I'm just saying, like, here are just some ideas. Not saying that you should do it like this. Because I would need more time to design it out. You know, what if the rat...
What's like a rat's face look like?
Would they have, like, teeth? Ew, the teeth look kind of gross. Eh. Well, I tried.
Bro, there's so much design like this in concept art these days. It's honestly kind of a shame. Like half of the jobs out there are just charms, gun charms, and stickers and weapon skins. Like it's honestly
It's
a
kind of
plague.
got to that.
Like a lot of concept art jobs end up just being like that.
Rip.
They're not that bad to do. They pay decently. They're just not nearly as fun as other stuff. Not nearly as fun as other stuff.
Rip. Okay, well, here's a rough design. I don't think it looks very cult-ish, but, you know, we'll try. It's a good try.
Bum, 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 bum.
Here we go. Yeah, sure, you can use that as a reference. I'm glad that it was close to what you're imagining. Is this logo design because I suck at graphic design? Yeah, I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like logo design.
All art is graphic design.
Graphic design is my passion. Not
Yeah.
really.
Like you're always designing shapes. Everything is shapes. So like I guess like graphic design, you know, you're using like Illustrator and stuff a lot, but pretty much everything is just graphic design. Characters, backgrounds, environments, all composition is just designing shapes together.
Clear Sky says, oops, my stream was far behind, but I'm glad Christina liked my still lifes.
Awesome. Yeah, I wanted to show some of your work, can I?
Yeah.
Some of your still lifes and stuff. Clear Sky is like the hero student that every teacher wishes they had.
Mm-hmm. Does a bunch of good work.
Sure.
Where is it?
Awesome.
Yippee.
My professors made us use Adobe Illustrator, and I really hate Illustrator. I'm not a huge fan of using it. I'm not that used to it. I haven't used it in like 10 years, but I'd use InDesign a lot when we were building our books.
InDesign was pretty useful.
So that is that. Here's some of. Here, let's do this.
Is Clear Sky, are you going to join our live class?
There's this one.
Did y'all make anatomy video? Because I don't know if y'all did, because I can't find one. I might be blind. We have a how to draw bodies video. It doesn't cover like extensive anatomy, but it gets you a really good start for both male and female bodies. It's called if you hate drawing figures, then watch this video or something like that. And it has like a body and colored anatomy on it. But that is the how to draw bodies video that we have. Hey, Loopsy. Welcome back. Yeah, no problem, Clear Sky. I was just wondering.
All right, here's some of these. Let me just like organize them a little bit. So these are some of Clear Sky's still life paintings that she did during my mentorship with her. And I have to turn this on manually for TikTok because we're on a different scene right now. Look how nice these are.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, these are very nice. Working with color and textures and shadows. Really doing a nice job with the value grouping. Let me get these out of the way. There we go. Look at this. Chocolate squares with glass and materials. These are really nice. She did a whole bunch of them. Look at these nice materials.
Oh, I love that one. The blue bottle is so cool.
So she actually went out and got flowers. She got a bouquet. I don't know if it was a bouquet. Is it like
is it a real bouquet of
Is
flowers?
it like a proper bouquet? But she actually went out and got real flowers and put them in like a vase and stuff and did studies of it.
Ooh, I love that one. That one's probably my favorite.
That's very nice.
I love the juicy grapefruit.
Nice. Really, really nice stuff. Very, very well considered with the value grouping and the materials and simplification and everything.
I arranged it myself. Oh, that's so awesome.
That's nice. So you went and got the flowers and then
they
arranged
had
it yourself. Well, it
chocolate
looks really good. You did a good job arranging it. I really like the size differences between stuff as well. So chocolate what?
Chocolate. Ghirardelli chocolate. On the,
Apples.
apples. Applejack.
I want Applejack. These?
Yeah, those look
Yep.
yummy.
Yeah, very nice work. This was the homework that she did over Christmas. Like, I don't know, break. We didn't meet up for a couple weeks because of the holidays. But yeah, really, really nice work. She honestly did a bunch of awesome stuff over the mentorship. There's a lot of good stuff. Let's look. Doing a bunch of master studies.
Oh, those are great.
Here's some master studies, right? Like,
oh, that's a great
this sort of
one.
thing. Line Decker, master studies in a couple of values. Here's whose is this work again? Kobe Whitmore.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it looks like Kobe Whitmore stuff. Yeah, I got one open already.
Couple value studies, really nice stuff.
That's a good assignment.
Mead Schaefer. I love this piece right here.
Oh, that's a really cool one.
Yeah, it's
That's
really
really
nice.
complex.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, you realize a lot of the time.
Oh,
yeah.
there's that road.
Yeah, this is the road that I took a picture of, and this was like the little example. But yeah, it's very, very nice work.
Bye, Misaki. First time being in your stream? Welcome. Hope you enjoy.
There we go. Yeah, they do look amazing. Very good job. Working really hard, doing all the homework. Never not finishing.
Never
Always
skipping
going
the homework.
like, you know, like you'll get a lot of students who are just like, oh, I don't know, I was busy and
Well, I had plans.
my file, what happened to my files? Never happens with Clear Sky. Always does all the homework perfectly. Amazing.
Model student.
Model citizen.
Yes.
What, are you on a flight or something, Misaki? That's fun. Oh. First time being in your stream. Welcome to the first time in our stream.
It's kind of a fun character. Imagine skipping homework, Sas J. I'm sure you two are great mentors, but I would stress myself out worrying on failing expectations. Don't worry, we won't scold you or anything.
No, it's all
It's
about
all based
getting
on
better.
Yeah, it's all about getting better. And if like if you
doesn't
really,
help people get better.
yeah. What canvas size do you recommend typically? Something that doesn't pixelate really quickly. So like for us, I like to work with a 5,000 by 6,000 pixel canvas, and then I can just like resize it later. That tends to be, you know, big enough for me to work with, just like drawing sketches like this. If you're doing like really crisp work, you might want it to be a bit bigger. So it just depends on you, but that's generally the size that we work with.
Oh yeah, and these are all from a previous week as well. Pure F, there it is.
Oh heck yeah.
Look at all these nice scenes.
Oh, that one's a really cool one. Oh, that one's fun.
Blocky scenes and perspective. That's good stuff. Toilet. Kitchen.
Oh, that's a really good shot right there.
Yeah.
I like that one.
A lot of these are nice.
That one's really good too. I do remember seeing these.
A lot of nice shots. That's from like an earlier week. There was also all of these. This is a really good assignment to do as well.
You guys have a Discord? Yes, we do. It is on our website, drawanime.com. It is also on our bio. You can go find it there.
Nice stuff.
Throwing paper on the ground is OP. It sure is.
It is. It works really well. It works really, really well.
By the way, chat, we do have a live class coming up on February. You know, maybe we can cover some hands today, but we're
on February. We're learning about February.
Oops.
No, I'm kidding.
Sorry, my brain wasn't working. We have a figure drawing and anatomy class on that's coming up on February. Does that make more sense now?
You said the same thing.
Did I say that
In
again?
February?
In February.
Is it on February? I thought it was funny.
Well, there goes my language. I
Don't worry.
don't speak
I never
English.
had any to begin with.
I don't speak English, even though it's my native language. Yes.
That's
Now
my
I-
secret.
now I
have,
lost.
I have no native language.
Now I lost my train of thought on trying to tell people about our classes. But yes, we do have a figure drawing class coming up in February. Now I said it correctly.
Yay!
Yay. So if you want to, you know, learn anatomy and actually like get really good feedback for your homework and stuff, well, you can check it out on our website, drawanime.com. Our school is also on there too, but it'll be the teal button.
Yeah.
There I go.
Yes, be Dahlia's classmate.
Yep.
This will be our third term that's going. You'll be learning about gesture drawing, figure drawing, anatomy. We'll go through all the muscles, all the main muscles of the body.
Yep. This is basically what we're going to be covering. This is done in anim art school, but I'm going to be basically teaching the same thing.
All of that type of stuff
All that
from
type of
scratch.
stuff. Yeah, from scratch.
Proper process for constructing figures in proportion. It's a very good class. Essential learning for anybody who wants to learn how to draw characters and people. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to take a figure drawing class eventually.
Yeah.
if
So
you
like
wanna-
we'll learn stuff like this.
If you want to get, really good at drawing
Yep.
characters and people. There is a very, very effective process to drawing characters. Anatomy, not as important as people think.
I would say like
Constructing
yeah.
and main volumes and forms, very important.
Yep. Just learn enough that you can do stuff like this. You know, like relatively effortlessly, I guess.
What's the name of that character? She's just making
I'm just
something
making it up.
randomly.
Not all of the characters I draw will have names, especially ones that are just random. I wanted to start with a silhouette for this one just to kind of see how it looked. And I'm liking it, but I don't think she'll be a character or anything. She's cool, though. I like her. I can't believe I said the same thing twice.
No, I don't. I do that all the time. You know that lady that couldn't say bottle of water? Remember that?
Oh, yeah, bottle waddle.
Waddle, water. I don't remember what she said exactly. It was pretty funny, though.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. It's like your brain broke for a second. And honestly, mine would too. So yeah, we can cover some hands if the person is still here about the question on hands. We have a hands video, and I'll talk about it, what I teach in that video as well. I find that a really easy way is first simplifying it, because once again, the more we simplify, the easier our lives will be, right? So like for me, I like separating my hand into 3 different sections. So like one will be fingers, one will be the palm, and one will be the wrist. The wrist will be slightly longer, kind of just depends on like how long you want your hand to be, your wrist to be. The finger and palm section are roughly about the same height. So like that's kind of like my proportional, method. And then you can kind of just like arrange all these pieces of paper any way you like. Like maybe some of the fingers will kind of like bend back like this. You know, that can work. And then the wrist will come back. So we have a hand that looks like this. But, you know, you can really pose it however you want. And then afterwards, you kind of just like take this section and then just turn them into fingers, which also can be like little strips of paper. Just get somewhere where it's like mostly correct. Where like, does this feel like a proportional hand to you? If so, yes, you know, then this can be a placeholder. Actually, I just realized that my my symmetry tool was still on. Well, that's interesting. Let me turn that off. I thought I just turned it off.
Maybe you undid and it came back on.
Nope, it's still on. Oh well.
What?
It's still on.
Well,
My
can't
symmetry.
turn it off?
I turned it off.
Oops. You did turn it off?
Yeah, I did turn it off. Maybe that's what I had to do.
I don't know. Try
Maybe
that.
so. Okay.
Now what? Now it's snapping to a grid.
Something is going on.
Maybe we need to quit and restart.
Yeah.
Try that.
Nope.
It's stuck on.
Stuck on.
And this thing says it's on. Or says it's off.
Edit drawing guide. Isometric
You can't turn
perspective.
it off. What is
Assisted
this?
drawing. Let's try that. Okay.
There it goes.
Now it's off.
Now
that was
shut
weird.
that off, and it should be.
Yippee.
So
I think it's
assisted drawing stays on even when you turn the setting off. That's kind of dumb.
that's kind of weird.
It kind of feels like more steps than necessary to turn something off.
Yeah. What question did you ask, Crafty? Do you think sometime you could show examples of coloring different elements like fire, water, and so on?
Yeah, I've talked about that a bit in the past, but I could talk about it again.
Yeah. I'll talk about one more thing, and then we can do the water or fire demo if you want. So like something that I'll do is I'll draw like heads in different angles, and then I'll basically be like, I'll tell myself that I'm required to draw 2 hands by the face.
Is that class like a singular day? No, the
No.
figure drawing class is 6 weeks long.
We meet once a week, and for our figure drawing class, it's on Saturdays. And even if you can't come to the class, as long as you submit your homework, we will still critique it.
Yeah, and you can watch the replay.
Yeah.
If you can't go.
Yeah. So like I'll draw some heads and I'll be like, okay, well, what can I do to have like 2 hands in it? So like maybe this one, her hands or this person's hands could be on their face. But like notice how like simple I'm making my hands. They're like literally just blobs. I just want to get the placement correct. I want to make sure that my size is correct. So I'll like draw the main form or gesture, and then I'll just kind of like take this measurement. I'll be like, does this feel like about a correct size for the face? If so, yes, I can move on. I can add more detail. And then I can refine the drawing a little bit further.
What are you teaching right now?
Hands.
Oh.
And then I'm just kind of showing exercise on like how to draw hands and using heads to kind of get yourself an introduction. So then I'm like, okay, yeah, I like the pose. So I'm going to now separate out the fingers and see how I want to position it. And this is very rough, but gotta start somewhere, right? So like now there's someone with their hands resting on their, with their head resting on their hands. Cute. Maybe this one. Maybe they have their hands folded out. So they're like, maybe they're waving like this. You know, that's pretty cute. So I'll just draw rough hands. Make sure the proportions are correct. Make sure the overall size is correct as well. And I feel like this is also shows a lot of great expression for the character without putting in a lot of effort, without having to draw like the whole entire body and stuff. These are just like little headshots. So no pressure, right? You're just trying to make the hands more expressive and show more to the story. I find that when people say like, oh, I struggle on hands, they're trying to make, sometimes they try to make the hands the main character, but the hands should support your character and they should look decent enough, right? That they're not distracting from the character, which is also very hard. That's why I like doing simple. Simple first. Something that I do notice that what people do is they'll make the palm way too wide. So then they'll have like the palm really wide and the wrist really wide. And then they'll have like really, really like wide looking hands like this. So just keep in mind that as your palm gets closer to your wrist, it gets a little bit thinner. And that will feel a little bit more natural. So like look at that. It looks a bit more natural now. Alright, so just those little like observational tips that you can keep in mind through observation. Saturdays, what time are the classes on Saturdays? Because I work 12 p.m. to 14 Eastern time on Saturday. What time are classes on Saturdays again?
They should be starting at around 10 a.m. Pacific. Check 11 for us.
Yeah.
I believe that's what's on the site. It's everything says on that page, by the way. Any questions that you ask, pretty much all of them are already answered on that page.
Just go to drawenemy.com and it's the teal button. All the information is on there.
Yeah.
For the live class.
I think they start at 10 in Pacific time on Saturdays. So, whatever Eastern time that is, maybe 1. I'm not sure exactly what Eastern time that is.
Gameplay show a hand holding a serving tray of drinks. Depends on what angle that you're doing, but I would, for me, I'll try to get a reference. So like, let's look at this. Someone holding serving tray. Waitress.
You're not going to see very much of the hand, probably.
Yeah,
You'll just see
exactly.
like a little sliver of it, or
exactly.
like the side.
You'll see this. And so like, this isn't very, like you won't really see it from
the hand wouldn't be the focus in an image like that generally, so
yeah.
you're in luck.
Exactly, you're in luck.
It's generally not going to be the focus, the focal point of the image.
Yeah, like, and especially like if you have a character that's you're looking down at and the tray is like this, you won't even see the hand at all. You'll probably just see the arm connecting.
Especially if you want to show the food on top of it.
Yeah, so like here's the food, steak, bowl of water or a glass of water, but you won't see the hand at all in this view. So just keep in mind, like, it depends on what view that you're doing it, that you're drawing it in. But if it's like from a side view, like this.
Just start with the triangle.
Yeah, start with the triangle.
Start with the triangle. And then look at the negative spaces as well.
Then we'll be back here, your pinky. Well, I need to draw this correctly first. I need to make sure that the triangle looks proportional. You generally have the padding in here. Then you have the pinky. And then behind the pinky, you'll have like the ring finger and the index finger and the ring and the middle finger and stuff like that. Here's your sleeve. But like I would mainly just focus on just the main bits, because right now this does not look very aesthetic. I need to fix this. All these shapes are like really makes her look like she has like alien hands for some reason. So I need to fix it. Takes a bit of finessing sometimes. For me, I like, for these kind of hands, I like to actually just group the pinky, the ring finger, and the other fingers together. And then the thumb I leave alone. So like that feels a little bit more elegant to me. But like it doesn't have to be like the exact same as the reference. Like if you don't really like the pose and it makes your drawing look even more awkward, then you can change it. Sometimes you'll see this, right? And at that point, just make sure that the outside shape, like the silhouette, looks decent. Here's your pinky, ring finger, middle finger, and your thumb. See, like that feels pretty aesthetic to me. So you could just do a lot of studies drawing hands with trays and just see which pose you like the best. Don't really like this ellipse. Here's a bowl of soup. End up tracing, but using the triangle as a base makes sense. I'm going to try drawing on it. Yeah, awesome. And you can see here that like not all the hands that I draw like will turn out, but like that's when you're like, okay, well, how do I solve that problem, the aesthetic problem, right? Because with drawing and making things look correct, you have to think about it like, does it physically look correct? Like the physics, does it work well? And also, does it look aesthetically pleasing? And sometimes, you know, you might have to cut some corners, but like that's just trying to solve that problem. Any tips for learning action lines, like for book 2 of the person snapping fingers? Snapping fingers? Did I draw that? Every time I search, it's not what I'm looking for. I don't know if that makes sense. Oh. Any tips for learning action lines? I think the action lines you want to focus on, like if someone is snapping their fingers. Let me look. Snapping fingers. Sometimes the action, I would say if you're gonna draw someone snapping their fingers, draw the action line like after when they snap it.
I don't know what that means.
So like instead
after
of
when they like after the snap is finished.
After the snap is finished.
So
yeah.
you mean draw the pose after the snap is finished?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Let me find a good.
They just did the thing and now this is the pose of what's just after it happened.
Yeah.
That's like a punch type thing, you know?
Yeah.
Where it's like you don't really like draw the punch a lot of the time. You'll draw the result of the punch.
So let me think. What does a snapping finger look like after it's snapped? Or you could go like in between. So it's like it's in the middle of snapping. So like when it's snapping, the fingers are really curled together. But when it's like in the middle of snapping, they kind of go like this. And then what you can do, let me just draw this as like a quick example. Pardon, my hand drawings are ugly. You can show the finger, this finger, since this one's moving downward, like figure out which finger is moving, has the most action. So like you can say, oh, this finger has the most action, so I'm going to draw all these speed lines going down from here. And then you want to also show perhaps the sound of the snap. And so what a lot of people like to do is they'll just draw like these little mini explosions like that. But you can point it towards a snap. So now it looks like someone's snapping. And then even more clear, you can just say snap. Why am I drawing a P this way? So like, yeah, I would find the finger that moves the most and I would add the speed lines there. So you can do it multiple ways. You can say, okay, here's the finger in its original form. Maybe you can erase this side and then just like fill it with speed lines instead. So now it looks like it's moving. You can try that. Are you using Procreate? Yes, I am using Procreate. And then you could also say, since this thumb is also moving, this thumb moves back. So you can say, maybe have this thumb jolt a little bit. So you could say, oh, maybe we'll have this one jitter. And you can use straight lines if you want. But I think that this one's probably clearer to have. It just depends on how you want to show it. I think that this might be a bit too much, so I'll just leave the thumb alone.
It's quite close to the other drawing. I can't actually see what's going on.
Oh.
Really? What if it's like...
Yeah, it is pretty close, isn't it?
Oh, this is it, right?
Yep. Yeah, so that's what's happening.
Actually... Let's see,
There.
You know, you could draw, I find that the thumb is the thing. Thumb moves away and the finger comes down.
Okay.
So like this definitely wouldn't be a shot of after the snap. If this finger is coming down, I
That
feel
would be
like
like
it would
in the
be
middle.
like this.
Yeah,
Like, like the finger that snapped is on the pad of the thumb right here.
Uh-huh.
And then the thumb is moving away quickly. So it's almost like, it feels like maybe,
See,
let's see.
you know, fun fact about...
You can't snap, right?
I can't snap. Yeah, exactly.
You don't know how snapping is.
Exactly.
It's almost like this finger would be here, and this thumb would be like moving
Oh,
away
that
or
works too.
something.
Yeah, I think that probably works even better because it
Not
feels
sure
more accurate.
exactly. Unless if you're snapping with your middle finger, you could people can snap with any finger. I can't snap very well with my pointer finger, but I can snap with most of the other ones.
I can't snap at all.
Yeah, it looks like that. See, the thumb goes up towards
the
the
index finger. Okay.
I'm sure it would read either way. It doesn't really matter, probably.
Yeah. Oh, happy birthday, New Yen. It's my birthday today, and I decided to spend it watching your stream to learn more. Happy birthday.
Awesome.
Who snaps? Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen. That guy who snaps a bunch. Or no, he claps, right?
I have no idea. I don't watch that show.
The guy who's like my brother. Do you remember? Okay, I guess not.
I mean, I remember that someone saying that, but I don't remember what the guy does.
Okay. I think I remember he clapped, but I don't think he snapped.
He clapped when he should have snapped.
Yeah.
He got
Well,
clapped.
hopefully that helps. Toto. Yeah, I think that's the guy's name.
I wouldn't know it even if I heard it.
Yeah.
I definitely remember my brother because we giggled at that. We thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was really funny.
But that's about it. It was some buff guy, but they're all buff, so it doesn't matter.
You can ask anyone taking the anime course of these amazing people. Thank you. What's the review? So people who have taken our anime art school, let us know what you think of it because someone's asking about it. I know that Dahlia is always
ranting and raving.
Ranting and raving about it, and she's doing a very good job too.
Yeah.
And if you have any questions, Julian, you can ask us about our anime art school because we'd be happy to answer your questions. Oh, yeah, I want to finish this character real quick.
Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum.
Bum 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 bum. Ooh, chat, we got comics today.
Yeah, we did.
We got really cool looking comics. Where is it?
It's right here.
Oh, great.
I can grab them.
We found
5, 4. So we had volumes 1, 2, and 3. It's called Trinity, Daughter of Wonder Woman, and literally the only reason we got it is because the girl is a Miki.
Yeah, the girl's a Miki, so we're like, we have to get this comic.
Yeah.
And then we got number 5.
Not only is she... Wait, why does she have gold eyes in this one? I thought she had purple eyes. Did she not have purple eyes?
No, she doesn't have purple eyes.
Oh, okay, never mind. No, that's the girl
eyes,
from... That's the girl we saw the story of seasons.
Oh, yeah.
Girl.
And then there's number 6. So we got these and we're excited to go through them. I don't mind reading these comics.
Yeah. We're not
They're
much
fun.
comic readers.
Yeah, we just got it for the art.
I don't
and the
particularly
expressions.
enjoy comics that much. I don't dislike them. I just don't really read them. But you can't say no to a Miki comic. I love this cover. This third cover right here.
Oh yes, that's very
So good.
Very Miki.
Like that's straight up Miki, like kid Miki,
teenage Miki,
and like adult Miki.
Childhood Story, Anime Academy, Grey Hunter Miki. In your latest eye tutorial video, you said you just need to know the structure of the eye before drawing stylized ones. So as a traditional artist, just as I just practiced drawing eyes from different angles. I don't know if that was a question, but I think, yeah, like stylizing it, the structure of an eye is important to know, because then you know how to stretch, right? So like if it's like a realistic eye, for example, you know that there's an inner corner, a lower eye, a lower eyelid.
Are they asking a question?
Yeah, I don't know if they were asking a question or if they were making a statement. But
it doesn't look like a question to me.
Okay. But I think either way, it's still important to do it.
It is important.
So like here's the corner of the eye. Right, here's your eyeball and your iris. And then you're like, okay, well, if I want to turn this into something that's more anime style, you take these elements, like these 3 or 4 pieces. This one. And I would argue that this one's like a 3rd piece, and you can like distort it. So like you can say, oh, I want to draw something that's a little bit more square, so I'm going to make this inner eye tilted down, but instead I'll make the green side straighter. Here's the edge of the eye, and then the bottom eye, or the bottom eyelid, can look like this. So now we got like an anime eye that's a little bit more serious, but also cute. And it works. Right, it's all the same thing. You're just modifying it a little bit, and you're stylizing it. Here's your eyelid. Make it bigger. I'm asking a question if I just practice drawing the eye from different angles. Yeah, you can. You can definitely try that. It's definitely more like on dimensional drawing. So yeah, I would say do it, and then find ways to stylize it. So like, let's say you want to draw eyes from a side view, or let's say an eyes from a 3/4 view. Like, what would that look like? How would these pieces move? Right, you take this original view from the front view, and you're like, okay, well, how would that look at a 3/4? Like, would this stretch more? Would this condense more? And you're like, okay, does this eye and do these look like the same eye? If so, then you're doing something right. And always making sure that you're using that sphere to show the form. But like, what I would do is, if you want to draw like both anime eyes and realistic eyes, just draw them both at the same time. Like, draw realistic eyes, maybe a page on your sketchbook. Draw realistic eyes, study those a lot, and then in the next page, draw anime style eyes, or whatever style that you want, and just see the relationships. See like what's similar, what's different, and just test it out. Suck at drawing eyes. It's okay. We all sucked at it. It's just knowing the dimensional drawing part. How would I draw the eyes looking in a specific direction without looking cross-eyed or weird? So cross-eyed happens... I'm just going to do a front view first. Cross-eyed tends to happen when you put it too close to the middle. Now this can actually work for like Dragon Ball Z, because like when in that style, when people look like this, they're actually looking from the front, and it could work. It's only when you like start pushing even further, like let's say you're doing this, and then it starts looking even more cross-eyed, right? Because they're looking like on a fly on their nose. So in order to avoid it, If I place it in the direct center of the eye, it kind of looks like you're looking in two different directions. So what I would do is I would push it just a tiny bit closer towards the center. Now it looks like they're looking at you rather than looking in different directions. So it's kind of like a little rule of thumb. If you place it directly in the center, like in the middle, it can look a little bit awkward. Maybe that's what I've tried. I've tried like drawing it from the middle, and I'm like, this just looks kind of weird. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna move it just slightly closer.
It'll look like they're looking through you.
Yeah.
It's because that's what it is. Like when you're standing in front of someone, their eyes aren't looking completely straight in the center.
That's very true.
They're looking at you. So they would be just a little bit, right? They would converge on your position, which is not parallel.
Yep. Not parallel, yeah, exactly. Here you go. The brush is on our...
But they asked about a specific direction. Like,
yes.
Like, how would you draw an eye in a specific direction? And, you know, just, I would say, just keep in mind they're going to be converging on a particular point. This also has to do with, like, the dimensional drawing of it, because, like, eyes are three-dimensional objects, even anime eyes. So just be aware that, like, these are 3D forms, and they'll move left or right, but at the end of the day, it's like a ball. It kind of mimics a ball.
Yeah. Like, if you have eyes looking towards the right, if you put it in the center, it's going to look like this. If you put this people in the center, it's going to look like, you know, weird, not looking directly at it. But so you need to move this one a little bit even closer towards the corner of the eye. And now it looks correct. And it's mainly just because that this eye is in perspective, so, like, it's going to tilt even further. Right? Same thing, like, if you have eyes that are looking down from this angle, draw the easiest one first, and then test it. So, like, let's say, okay, I'm drawing this eye here, and I want them to look down. But if I put it here, right, and my pupil is facing this way, it's not going to look right. So I need to actually overlap this pupil or this iris behind the nose. And now it looks correct. Brains ain't braining, that's funny. How to draw the whole body. We have a video on our YT channel on how to draw bodies, both male and female, full body. You can check it out here. Let me go to our thing. So this is our how to draw bodies video right here. If you hate drawing figures, use this method. I talk about how to construct the body from start to finish, the whole thing, like heads to the feet. So you can check that out. This also covers both male and female body types. So you can check that out if you want. We also have ones on poses, which will kind of share similar skills and stuff like that. So this is our channel. Is your YT link in bio? I don't think it is,
yes.
But it is? Okay, then.
Yeah, it's on our profile.
All right.
It's also the same username.
Yeah, Draw Anime Academy. Right in here.
Yup. Yeah, so like eyes pointing different directions. I have to do this.
Oh, that's so cute.
Manually. Right? I like to think about the eye as like sort of this. Right? Like if you were to draw like a wireframe over this isn't like flat so much as it is. It'll tend to be like that.
Yeah. It's not like a piece of paper.
So the iris and pupil, as it moves across, it kind of goes like, you know, here, let me do this really quick. And this can help a lot. So like when this eye looks over here and this one like looks over here, just keep in mind that like this is a three-dimensional object, and these eyes will tend to be looking, you know, like this. Let me do this first. There. right? Or you look up like that, or you look kind of over there. Try to put them both on the same like axis, right? And you could put them in just like a little bit.
Oh, that looks good.
Like that, right? And then of course this can be turned into any type of eye that you want, any style.
Oh, that's fun. I like
Right.
that. How to make more expressive faces? Find the story of your expression.
Like it would really a lot of the time come down to the gesture of the face. Like think of like maybe the eyes as like
a mask in a way.
yeah, like this. Maybe you could go like this. And so maybe this one could be very like very wide, and this one could be very like down, and then the eyebrow could kind of follow this as well, and this one could follow this one. Like making things expressive is like everything works together towards a greater purpose, right? And so maybe like the nose, like the mouth could be scrunched up like this, and so everything sort of holistically works together, right? Because that's how real faces work. If you're angry, like everything plays a part. It's like, think of it like a play with a bunch of actors, and all of the actors are working towards the same story. That's what like an expression that's very expressive looks like, right? So you can have like this.
Even the face could be pulled, perhaps.
Yeah, like this could be like this, or I don't know, whatever. This cheek could be up.
Oh, that's fun.
And it could be like that, or if someone's really angry, it could be like everything's kind of squeezed towards the center. So you've got like this sort of thing going on.
Yeah. Radiating energies.
Yeah, and so maybe like everything works towards this. Right, you can make the mouth nice and big, and you could have you know, like that, and you can have creases down here. But it's like, see how everything works together? Everything's kind of like pulling towards the center. You don't have to have everything pull towards the center, but you want everything to work together if possible.
Yeah. To kind of like a main direction.
Yeah. And it's this doesn't really care about style so much. It's more of like, this is very similar like gesture drawing, where everything works together.
Ooh. I feel combining basic anatomy knowledge with your pose tutorials works best for me. That's awesome. That's great. I keep losing my pencil when I want to draw. Rip. This is why I always keep my pencil by my iPad, so I never lose it.
But yeah, so, you know, you can think of...
Oh, that's fun.
You can think of these things in terms of everything working together towards the same purpose. And if things start to conflict with each other and aren't like unified in some way, that's when things kind of don't feel super expressive, is because you've got one part of the face that's like normal and has no expression or very little expression, and you have another part of the face that's very expressive, and then you have another part of the face that if you isolated it, it's just like, it kind of looks happy or like a different expression. Just kind of consider the holistically what's going on. consider holistically what's going on. That can help a lot. And I would also study like Disney expressions, like Jin Kim,
Yeah.
Glenn Keane. You can study anime expressions and stuff as well.
Mm-hmm. I also would recommend like trying different combinations of like different eye shapes. So like for instance, you know, when you're looking at like an anime character that's happy, you know, sometimes their expression will look like this. But like, what if you just change the eyebrows? What if you change the combination? So like instead of these like upward facing eyebrows, you have more sad eyebrows. They still look happy. It's just maybe like it's a different kind of happy. Like maybe they're like laughing so hard that they're like about to cry, and they have like a butt, and then they have like blush, or maybe they're happy crying. So like that could also be, you know, a direction that you could take. Or you could say, well, what if I change the eyebrows to something that's more like angry, right? Now they look more cheerful and look more energetic. They look more mischievous. So I think that just trying different combinations of pieces of the expression helps as well. Blush also tends to be like emphasizing something, or it can calm something down. So like if someone's angry and they're yelling at someone and they're really, really angry, what happens when you add blush? Well, now they're tsundere. Well, now they're like flustered and they're yelling so that they're like, quit embarrassing me. You know, it just kind of tones down the seriousness of an expression, which is, you know, stuff that we talk about in our books. We have an expression section in our book number 2, right in here. Now let's see. Let's go to the expression section. Here's like multiple characters with all the same expressions, but they all look very different. You know, different guy characters, kid characters, stuff like that. They all have a very different vibe, but they all show the same expression. Like you can tell that they're happy depending on their personality. And another exercise you can try is mild to extreme, and then finding the middle, right? So like, what does a very, let's say like if someone's fearful, like what does mildly scared look like versus what does really, really scared look like? So you can explore those things as well. Just have fun with it, really. And this is like, you know, inspired by One Piece. So like you can see that with One Piece style expressions, they'll like really wiggle the tongue, or they'll really bulge the eyes out. Like that's very extreme. Mm-hmm. So you can check it out. Yeah, this is our book, one of our books. But yeah, feeling is complicated. Victor fan base has risen. Yes, it has. How do you color? We talk a lot about color theory and stuff in our other streams. I don't know if we'll talk about it today, but I would say it's not about the color. It's more about the value. Like, can you see things in black and white?
Well, color is about the color, but painting is not.
Yeah. Did I say something wrong?
No.
Okay. I was like,
you said it's not about the color.
Oh.
Like, I mean, if they're specifically asking about color, then they're probably
okay.
It probably is about.
You know,
the
that is true. That is true.
People think that color is dramatically more important than it is.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what you mean by how to color. Like,
that's a good point.
What do you mean by how do you color? Like, do you want to like how to paint? Yeah, painting is going to be much less about the color and much more about like the shapes that you use and the separating your lights and darks and stuff. But for color, you can use any color you want. As long as there's some sort of a logic to the color, you can pretty much use any color you want. And pretty much the most important thing about coloring as well is keep in mind that color is relative. So warm and cool, they're all comparisons, like contextually, with what's next to it. Is it warmer or is it cooler? Is it lighter or is it darker? You know, is it more saturated or is it less saturated? We talked about that on some previous streams. We had a stream in the past that talked about it. There we go. Where we talked about a lot about color. I do bring this up quite often on our channel. This was a page that was made in a stream quite a while back. But like the comparison between warm and cool, right? Like, is red a warm color or a cool color? Right? Is this a warm or a cool? It's a cool now compared to the orange. But now it's the warm. It's the warm and it's the cool. So like you can't say really one color is warm or cool without comparing it to something. Will you show coloring elements in today's live? What is
Like fire and water. They were
asking. Yeah, like we could probably talk about that a little bit. Let me exit out of this. We could probably talk about that a little bit. I did one a while back. I don't know if I have it up at all. I don't have the element things. But a light only looks light when it's around something that's not as light. So when you're coloring like elements and stuff, I'll make my life a lot easier by just choosing like a grayish color that is going to be cooler than the other colors that I'm going to use, right? So like in my mind, I'm going to be using reds and oranges and yellows. And so I'm going to make a dark background that's very desaturated. That's kind of like this color. I could even do this. Ooh. Like a gradient, like a very slight gradient. And so like I'm going to make my life easier by just setting that up to start, right? And then we'll go in here. Like what we're going to make a fire, all right? But what is the fire going to do, right? Because fire exists in 3D space. It's not just a two-dimensional thing. So like I could draw out a little ground plane. Like what do I want the fire to be? Do I want it to be a ring of fire? Do I want it to be an S-curve? Like let's make a fire and let's make it like, I don't know, a ring. Right? So this is a three-dimensional space right here that I have placed on the ground that is going to be the start of my fire. And then fire tends to go in this direction. So you will, a lot of the time, now fire can go in any direction. Like you can have blue fire, you can have yellow fire, green fire. Let's just do like something basic right now, right? So we'll start with this. We're going to punch up more towards orange, make it lighter, and go to that. We're going to punch up towards orange, make it lighter. We're going to punch up towards yellow, make it lighter. We're going to punch up into yellow, make it lighter. Right? I kind of made this upside down. I should probably do this.
Oh, look at that.
Like this is how fire tends to go on the color wheel. Right? Yellow is light. Yellow is a much lighter color than red. And then you can go into like white. If you want to blend this together, you can, right? But we'll essentially do this with our fire. And now we need to apply it to this. See, it already looks like there's fire in the middle of there.
It does.
So we're going to use this strategy. Again, it could be blue, it could be green. It doesn't really matter. You're basically just changing from one color to another and getting lighter. That's it. Around a three-dimensional area. So I'm going to take my red and I'm just going to go
ring.
Let's just like put this. It's like a cultist. Like a cultist thing or something, right?
Like
so we'll just have like a bunch of, I don't know, dots of red around there, you know, maybe like that. And we'll go. Maybe we'll have like some interesting shape to it, right? So remember, this is 3D, so I'm painting in three-dimensional space. And we'll just do something like this. Maybe we'll have like little flicks of fire kind of like going in towards the center like that. So there's my 3D object, right? I basically just drew this. That's kind of what I'm thinking. It's like a ring of fire with a little bit of fire kind of going in towards the center. I'm painting in 3D, always, always, always thinking in 3D. And again, I can just color sample what I did earlier, or I could just go, you know, a little bit more orange, a little bit more bright.
We are, Colton is showing how to color elements like fire.
Yeah, we'll just do this a little bit. So you can easily find this stuff by just like Googling and color sampling and going, oh, fire tends to go in that direction. We did that with gold not too long ago.
Yeah. Chat, this is fire trust. This is Photoshop.
We can do that. We can do this. I'm drawing in 3D. Don't forget, in 3D. Right, we can go up here and go more orange. We could look up a reference if we want to.
Yeah. Want me to look one up?
I don't care. Sure. Up to you.
Ring of Fire.
Right? We can do that.
Maybe I should say fire.
Painting in
ring.
3D. Painting in 3D. Right? This can kind of go in towards the center.
All these images are kind of suck.
All right. Now let's start going up into more of the yellows.
Will this be fine? You want something that's closer to what you're painting?
I don't even care. I don't really need it.
Okay.
If you want to find something that's kind of neat, you can, right? You can just go in towards there.
This one's kind of cool.
They're all real.
Okay. You want like
maybe
stylized.
like Hearthstone or something, or like World
Okay.
of Warcraft. I'm gonna do some sort of like stylized fire here. That could be kind of
Okay.
cool.
Oh. Like this?
See, that works
Yeah.
pretty well. That's okay. Interesting.
You want more variations? Oh, that one's kind of interesting.
Let's just like blast up into yellow so we can get some of this stuff feeling good. That's kind of interesting. And we're designing our shapes, right? We can design our shapes and kind of
What about
bring
this?
this into the center. Maybe. That works pretty well.
Okay. Doesn't the end of fire usually have a pointy tip?
Not necessarily. It's easy to make it pointy though.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm talking about like the whole, right? We can do whatever we want with it later. I'm getting the three-dimensional volume and design of this fire down. You could absolutely add a pointy tip if you want.
But that comes
You
like
don't
later.
have to like, you know, you could go like that. There's a pointy tip. I'm getting this volume and the structure in place right now. Right, we could go underneath of here and go I don't know. Something like that,
Oh.
right? Ugly star. Let me do this a little bit more carefully. Yeah.
Is that connection up there? Okay, never mind. Are we back?
Huh?
I saw a little red bloop thingy.
I don't think that's connection. I think it's like they're telling us our audio is weird, but I don't think it is.
Okay.
Right, we can come down here. And again, because we've already established our 3D space, we could just go,
Warp.
we could do something like that
Might need to move it a little bit more to the... There we go.
if we want, you know. Could make a little thing. I'm gonna work on this just a tiny bit more for now. There's that. Maybe we got something like this. This is super generic. Like, I'm not really spending any time designing this. But we could do, I don't know, something like this. Maybe we stick that on the ground.
Heck
Or
yeah.
maybe we scrap it. I don't know. Could be kind of interesting. I don't know what would be in there. Maybe like a, I don't know.
Some
something
symbols.
Like that.
That'd be kind of cool. Or arrows. I don't know.
I don't know. What about like a Z? And like a, I don't know, a,
That's cool.
I'm just like making random crap up. Like this stuff can be solved later if you like it. You can redesign it and make something cool. Maybe there's like an N.
I was just thinking an N.
But like an upside down N or something. Right, we'll just do that for now.
That feels pretty believable.
These are just random like placeholder crap that doesn't actually make any sense. But we could make it look interesting later. Because, like, what's the point of spending all this time designing a symbol or looking up symbols and figuring them out if you don't even know if you want a symbol at all? Like, maybe we want this, maybe we don't. Who knows? Who cares? Right? And we'll put, I don't know, some thing in there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, we could do
That's
that.
cool.
Let's go ahead and just duplicate this really quick. And, I don't know, maybe put it down there. Like, yeah, that kind of works a little bit. That could be interesting. Where was that thing you had?
Oh. Here you go.
Yeah, and I'm just like kind of looking at how like this is what I'm looking at. TikTok can't see it.
Yeah.
This is what I'm looking at. Looks like that.
Stylized fire.
And I'm just seeing how they do the color and where's the red, where's the yellow, where's the orange. Okay, so we got like really light. We can kind of take another stab at this up here. Maybe we reduce the amount of red here and we increase the amount of yellow and like almost white here. So let's go into this and we'll like ramp this up a lot, right? We'll make this like almost white. We'll get really, really, really bright. I can even make a new layer, right? Let's screw this brush, honestly. Where the heck is something fun?
Oh.
That could work.
We'll
try this for now.
Okay.
Yeah, that could be nice. And what do they do? They kind of have like these. Yeah, that could work. Maybe something like this. If I was designing like a little circle or something for like a video game, like this is literally how you do it. You'd make like 12 of these and they'd all be on the same page and this would be like half a day work or something, and you'd actually do some, you know, looking into some of these whatever. Like the client project would most likely have specific symbols already given to the artist. So if this is like concept art, there's a very, very good chance that the clients would actually have symbols that they would tell you to use. Almost every project I've worked on, they have a lore book, and they're giving you stuff to use. So you'd use placeholder stuff until you got that. All right, and then around the edge is kind of more like
Sky, please don't spam.
orange. What's up?
Please don't spam.
Oh. Okay. There we go.
Thank you.
There's like, you know, this around the edge. I'm not a huge fan of this brush either, honestly. I noticed like in the really bright areas, it's like mostly this really saturated like orange and
Almost
yellow.
like a haze too.
Like a really saturated orange and yellow, and then kind of around the edges it gets more towards reds. So maybe like out here we could get into this sort of thing. And how you decide to design these shapes doesn't really matter. Like, you can do a lot of different stuff with it. Right? We can come in here and...
Oh, that's really cool.
make that interesting.
Could summon an elemental in that.
Right? But, like, you notice how earlier I set up my three-dimensional space. It's a cylinder. It's just a very, very basic cylinder. And then inside of that cylinder, I'm going, here's the center. here's some like cross sections of it, and then I have these things kind of go up the sides and maybe come down like this. It's all dimensional drawing. Like you can't do almost anything without dimensional drawing. It's, you know, everything occupies 3D space. Like you may try to avoid dimensional drawing, but it's really going to be difficult. All right, so there's that, and there's the star. What we can do is we can lock these, pick that star.
Ooh, make it glow.
Yeah, maybe make it like glow a bit here and there.
That's really cool.
And then, you know, we could make a new layer below. We could experiment with some different stuff. Maybe take like a really soft brush that's like, I don't know, this. Squish it down. Maybe put it there. There it goes.
Wow.
That could be interesting. And in future versions, you might have like each of these kind of have like a.
Oh, is the undo button not working? There we go.
That's been happening lately.
Mm.
You may have each of these turn into something. Right? Like maybe, I don't know, this becomes like a figure or something, or each of these could be like a different, like, I don't know, like demon entity or something. On the end of these, you could kind of morph the fire into maybe something like that if you want. Like that could look kind of cool. Or you could have them all kind of like refer to one. So maybe all of these get like, maybe there's like a main one.
Whoa.
And it's the biggest one, right? And so all of these kind of refer to that one as if they're kind of like being like dragged away. And then you could potentially have like, you know, here's the demon.
The demon lord.
The demon king, right? The demon lord, and it could be like. But you could do that sort of thing. There's so many ways you could take this. It's really just up to you, right? And then this could be, we'd want to like redraw some of this fire in order to make it feel a little bit better. Or maybe this is like, it's almost like a light or something. It's like partially fire, partially light. Like that sort of thing. But what we essentially do is we create the logic behind how our light works. Like our fire, right? We basically go really light, pale, to orange, red, darker red. Again, this could be any color. It could be blue. It could be green. It doesn't matter. Like we're just creating a logic, right? Like we could go purple into blue. So maybe our fire logic could be this.
In each step, you know, he's changing the tone and the color. Ooh,
and
that's
like
pretty.
maybe the logic of our fire looks like that, right? So here's our fire now. Like it could be that instead. And then this whole circle could be this color scheme instead. Doesn't really matter. Whatever you want to do is totally fine. It's like I'm just kind of creating a logic and then staying with that logic. Like, you know, how we always say, you can make anything any color as long as you kind of just keep that logic consistent.
So lighter colors always in the center and darker colors on the outside?
Well, fire is light, so it would be lighter. It's like, you know, the area around a light bulb wouldn't be lighter than the light bulb itself because the light bulb is the source of light. So, you know, you could go.
Ooh, that's cool.
You know, like the light source is going to be the lightest part. So, you know, that's how light works. I don't know of a light that's darker than the light it casts.
It feels luminescent. That's really nice. you were to draw like a firebolt? You would basically use the same technique. It's just you would just change the shape and make it look like a knife or something.
A firebolt? Yeah, I mean, this could be a firebolt, like blue fire.
Have you ever used gradient maps on Photoshop? I think I've heard you talk about it.
I don't really use them. I don't really use them. People do to save time, for sure. I haven't really tried them personally that much. I like mess with them at one point a little bit.
Wow, look how white hot that looks.
You know, and then maybe just. Yeah, I've not personally used gradient maps. I don't know. Like, I know what they are and I know how they work. Like, they map a color to a value, and you can basically, it's like a logic, right? Like, anytime there's a value that's this, I want you to make it blue, or I want you to make it green, and it uses that for an entire image. A lot of people will start paintings by doing that. Right? Maybe we can just go back to how it was. There's like a simple one, and then this is phase 2, right? And then phase 3, like you can make different stages of it. Like maybe it's not quite as intense on this end, but it's more intense on the other end.
Can you do an explosion? You have done a few explosions before.
Yeah.
A while back.
So there's that.
They're asking if you guys know Japanese. Nope.
I don't know Japanese.
I don't.
They're at... Oh.
Yeah.
No.
It'd be cool to learn, but no, we don't know any. Can you translate on TikTok, Lau?
Maybe. I have to manually click it.
Yeah.
And I'm drawing.
Yeah.
And this is where you would actually go in and start to design out these shapes. Again, art is very process driven. So why would I focus on designing really beautiful? This is also one thing that separates a lot of professionals from amateurs. Is professionals know how to work more effectively by not worrying about things that can be solved later. So like, for example, most pros wouldn't go in and design really aesthetic flames unless they actually like the design. Like, why design a beautiful hand pose if you don't know if the hand's actually going to be in that spot, right? So people will get like very distracted and they'll go like, oh, like I can't just leave this unrendered. And they'll spend 2 hours rendering something, and then they'll go, oh my gosh, I just thought of a way better pose. And I just spent so much time working on this pose. Well, when you're working professionally, like that costs money. Like that costs a lot of money to do. So like you only finish things that are worth finishing. You know, if a client is paying you to do something and you do a sketch, you're not like spending more time working on something than you need to, because you're just spending that client's money by rendering a sketch that they're not going to end up choosing.
Ooh.
And so a lot of people pick up those sorts of things as they start working professionally. But if you're working on your own personal projects, it doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
But you do have a limited amount of resources and like attention during the day. And
So
a lot of people actually like burn themselves out too. They'll be like, they'll spend all this time on something that they don't actually end up liking, so it feels like they actually went backwards.
And then they get discouraged and
Yeah, like, no, I spent so much time working on this.
on this one thing when I should have been working on something else. And That's really
But
cool.
like, it doesn't really matter that much. It's just something to kind of be like aware of.
Might be a weird question, but can you do a close-up of the brush shape?
Close up of the brush shape.
It's just a basic round, isn't it?
No, that I'm painting with this one.
Oh,
this is my. We have this brush available if you want it. Like, it's just this. It looks like a tilted shield.
You can get it on our website, drawanime.com, or our bio, and it's there. It's a good brush shape.
Yeah, it works. It works good. Like, that's how I would design something with fire. You know, I don't particularly like this design at all. I would never finish this. I would do a lot more variations and tests before I would ever commit to something like this. But I kind of like the idea. It's like, okay, there's this ring, and it kind of like refers to one side. I would probably like design this out a little bit more aesthetically.
It's almost like a crown in a way.
Yeah. I would probably design it like a little bit more aesthetically. Maybe like it peaks up on this side a little bit, and so maybe my fire would sort of follow that direction. That would be better, probably.
Yeah.
And then we'd have like a symbol in the middle. It doesn't have to be a star. It could be anything. I just chose a star because like I don't have to think about it. You know, it could be any kind of symbol, whatever you want. That could be more interesting, honestly. I think that would be better. But like when you're on games, you'll literally do like a dozen of these. You just do so many of them.
I had some fun recently trying to paint some nebulas and star scenes from Hubble. Ooh, fun.
That's fun.
Painting nebulas is interesting.
Just came back and we're summoning demons now? Yes. You have to remember, someone worked on Doom. Like, there were a lot of artists who worked on Doom. Some of the stuff that you draw on client projects are so fun. Like, just imagine 2 years of working on, like, Doom Eternal. And all you're doing is drawing, like, demons and demonic stuff and sigils and symbols and summoning stuff. Like, that would be such a fun project to work on. So fun. And then you switch to another project, and it's like a derelict space space station where everything's been destroyed and forgotten for 200 years. It's like completely different, like 0 to 100 in like a day. And oh man, it really makes me wish I worked on Dead Space. I'm so sad.
I know.
I'll have to make up for that at someday.
Making your own project.
I don't know.
Would Grey Hunter Mickey have a Dead Space vibe?
No.
No.
Nah, Dead Space is like horror, gore, horror.
Oh, I see.
Creepy.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, like bodies being mutilated into each other and like.
Oh,
all
okay,
that
okay.
kind of stuff.
Okay.
But there's a lot of it's like a classic horror sci-fi game. It's like very, very iconic.
It probably defined horror sci-fi.
I mean, in the game industry, like kind of. I think it was one of the early iconic horror sci-fi games. There was like the Flood from Halo and stuff, but I don't know when those came out. And sometimes they'll have you add like like red lightning or something. It would probably be like,
oh, that's cool.
you know,
Okay.
you'd add like, I don't know.
That's really
Right, and
That's really
they'd
cool.
have you add this to the middle of it. They always do kind of crazy stuff because it's like entertainment design, you know, like. But whatever.
Lucy said thank you so much for the brush thingy. Hey, Pompoof.
Hello.
I don't understand how to make bread look good when I draw it. Bread? What kind of bread? Like sourdough bread, brioche bread.
Yeah, like I would definitely like look at references.
In fact, I wouldn't mind painting some bread.
Sourdough bread slice. Definitely. It's like
Sliced bread? Like bog standard sliced white bread?
Yeah, like let's take a look at it. Where is my... Here it is.
Yummy.
Okay, well, we got a lot of subsurface scattering happening in here, right? We got some really nice golden brown stuff happening out there. It would take a little while to paint, but I would probably start with a silhouette. You know, doesn't matter what color it is. We can change it later. You know, again, this is a really, 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 really important foundation. Dimensional drawing. So this is a 3-dimensional form, and I can go, here's the top. Here's the side. You like drawing food, don't you?
I do like drawing food.
Here's the side. We can get some of these bits in here. There's the crust. And then we can just kind of look at the color logic of all this stuff. And so this is basically my sketch, right? I might as well have something like this. This is doing the same exact job as this is, except I'm just like kind of drawing with color, right? So this equals that. I'm not worrying about the color right now. I'm kind of doing something-ish in that range-ish, right? And now I'm going to go in and I'm going to be like, it's less saturated by quite a lot. You know, maybe something like that. We'll take some of these yummy colors, put them down in here. Food like this tends to have a lot of subsurface scattering going on as well, which is like the light is penetrating it and it's boosting the saturation of certain areas. And so you get like
juicy bits.
Yeah, it'll really increase the colors. That tends to make things look yummy a lot of the time, is like this subsurface scattering.
The saturation.
Yeah. Like that.
Ooh.
We can get some nice browns back in here. It's been a little while since I painted any food. It's very, very material heavy. Of course, Photoshop gives the bloop for no reason, as always.
I think the more saturated you make it, and then it just looks more delectable too.
Yeah,
and like extra
very
highlights.
saturated. Very saturated.
Extra
right?
texture.
We have like holes back in there as well. It's gonna be like texture to it.
Oh, that looks so good. Put some cheese on that. And
there could be like crispy bits.
Like dark brown edges.
You know, we can start messing with the silhouette a little bit to make it look a little bit more crispy. Crispy things might have a little bit more sharp edges. I'm working like big shapes to small shapes as well. So you'll see like I'm very focused on large areas, and I know that there's going to be some ambient occlusion happening in here. But the ambient occlusion is also going to have that really saturated subsurface scattering look right next to it, because there's light penetrating the bread and coming through. And so we're playing back and forth with that sort of thing. This is all like material rendering stuff that you would learn in like a material rendering class, like ambient occlusion, subsurface scattering, texture, looking at like base colors and how one thing changes into another.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be a lot of like silhouette change.
I'm actually so surprised at how much like color change there is in these two loaves of bread that I'm drawing.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of
Yeah.
A lot of crazy stuff happening.
And we could come out here and we could have some like areas. They look like they get more reddish. Kind of like this. And like this. And this. Like, I'm looking for the logic. I'm not like copying the image. Like, my bread doesn't really look like this one. I'm just looking for the logic. I'm going, okay, this is kind of light. And then you've got these holes. And inside the holes, there's a dark area. And there's a really, really saturated area from the subsurface scattering. And look at this. Like, you've got these dark holes from the crust around the edges. And it looks to me like less light penetrates the crust than it does the fluffy bread. Which makes sense. It's denser. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to go in there with that logic. And I'm going to go, okay, there's going to be darker, much darker around the crust right here. And we're going to have darker holes because less light is penetrating. So let's go in here and let's take these and maybe we'll bring them down like that.
Lily asked, will you ever do a rendering class? Do you mean a live class or like a recorded class? Because Colton teaches the rendering class. We do have one for.
I do have a rendering class in our anime art school. Mm-hmm. It's my painting class has a good chunk of rendering on it.
Live class.
Live class? I feel like it's a little bit niche. I don't think a lot of people would really sign up for it. Some people would, but
I feel like you're probably better off doing like a mentorship.
Yeah. Like, most of this is just basic matte surface rendering. Like, we could do that. These feel a little bit more spread out. And then we also have, like, this really saturated orange area. That's, like, right on the edge. Look for transitions of color, by the way. Like, this to this to this. Look for gradients. So you've got, like, this dark, this kind of, like, reddish, which is the crust, and then right on the edge of the crust you get this really saturated orange, and then you get the bread, and these will like go like this, and then inside of here you'll get some like holes and stuff. So that's kind of that logic that I noticed, right? If you look over here, you've got the dark of the crust, that really saturated bit, and then the bread. So I'm gonna mimic that in my piece as well. There's the dark, here's the saturated.
How many people would be interested in a rendering class? Just wondering. I know that a lot of people do ask us questions about how to render.
Yeah, we could do like a rendering and painting class at some point if there's enough
interest.
If there's enough desire for it, yeah, enough interest. Right? You might even get like a little bit of highlights and stuff going on, which would reflect the light source. So it would probably be less saturated, and it would probably look something like this. Okay? Maybe a little bit of highlights going on. So a highlight is a reflection of the light source. You're going to get a lot less saturation, and it's going to be brighter, and it's going to happen in specific areas. So we could maybe play with a little bit of highlight here and there. I don't really see it on this bread, but I've seen it before on bread.
Applejack is bread.
He is kind of bread. Cats are bread.
Cats are bread.
And now I'm going to like make the silhouette more aesthetic. And maybe I'll just do kind of like a colored line work around it so I don't have to focus too much on rendering. I'll just have my line work do a little bit of weightlifting. How do y'all draw a skull 3/4 angle? I have to do this stupid thing, man.
Oh, there's my bread.
Take a picture of that.
Yeah.
And draw that.
Yep.
Take a picture. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
Bye-bye.
There's your 3/4 skull that you can use as a reference. And there's Christina's bread that she's working on.
Mm-hmm. Yummy, yummy. Kind of interesting that there's like these pockets of like air pockets right in here.
Mm-hmm. Where was that? Here it is. There's my piece of bread, and it's really just an investigation. Like, drawing something is just an investigation. Like, what are we drawing? Where is the focal point? Like, where do I want people to look? You know, maybe I want people to look here. And so I'll kind of have less detail over here. And then we'll have, you know, a little bit darker, a little bit darker. We got like these micro holes that are like,
oh yeah, air pockets.
yeah.
What is rendering definition?
Rendering is like, if you have an object, right? Like say, I don't know, a cylinder, right? And there's a light hitting the cylinder. There's going, all of these different parts of the cylinder are pointing different directions, right? And the more a surface is perpendicular to that light, meaning at a 90-degree angle, it's going to receive more light. So this, for example, is going to receive the most. This is going to receive not as much. You know, this is going to receive not as much. This is going to receive not as much. And there's basically going to be like a gradient that happens, right? This form is going to rotate around, and this is going to influence the value, right? It's going to be lighter right here, and it's going to be, you know, probably darker right here. And then you're going to have bounce light, and it's going to come back up. And rendering is just like showing that completely, like showing it as it happens. So, you know, a rendered cylinder, I talked about this a little bit the other day with the ribbon, but it's like, right, here's like a ribbon, and if I want to render it, I can come in here and go, light is hitting the top, light is hitting up here, light is hitting right here. And if I'm rendering this, I'm probably going to like blend it together. It's just like showing every value of the surface as it responds to the light, right? So I'm rendering it, and then maybe I'll add a little bit of a core shadow right here, like core, 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 and I'll put that in, right? Another core in the pit, whatever it's called, I don't know. Right? Maybe we'll have like a little highlight up here.
Yeah, look at that.
So if I like render a ribbon out, I'm showing every single surface and what value it would be in that lighting. And rendering is like that. That's how artists use the word. Some people say, oh, it's just a fancy word for drawing.
I mean,
some people will spend hours and hours and hours rendering absolutely everything meticulously. I don't particularly find it that fun. I am the rendering teacher of our programs, but I don't particularly find it super fun. Anyway, let's get back to bread.
Bread beans.
Like, honestly, I feel like it's like how I would do a food study.
Oh, I could put some jam on this bread. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I was actually drawing brioche bread, actually, MJ. Let me see. So which color should be the most saturation with bread? The darkest color, mid, or lightest?
Oh, look at a reference. They're all pretty saturated. I would say you get a lot of saturation when you get subsurface scattering. When light penetrates an object and goes through it, you tend to get really saturated. Really saturated colors. A lot of this would be quite saturated. Hopefully I can make this bread look yummy.
Oh, it already looks delicious.
right? We could even get some like really nice vibrant oranges. Up in there. And you notice how when I do something, I don't like copy the picture. I just use the picture for like information. It's like, it's a reference that I'm, because like I want to leave this drawing knowing more. I don't want to leave the drawing going, dang, I made a dang good copy. I want to leave the drawing going, I learned something. Like I understand this object more now. Like that's crazy. I don't feel like these are doing a particularly good job. I'm gonna redraw a bunch of these holes along the edge, see if I can do a little bit better job. I don't think they're like lines as much. I think they're like more like little dots. Let's make that gradient a little bit better now that I'm redoing it.
I look away for 1 second. There's a nice juicy slice of bread.
You?
Wow. Yeah.
Oh. And so we got, like, the light is in the negative spaces between this. So, like, I'm just going to try to emulate that texture. Like, I see, like, the darker pieces are, like, round, right? Like, this is kind of round, 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 round, round. And the lightest part is kind of like this. Right? It's like the light part is not really round, the dark parts are.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to paint with that in mind. Do I have to stick to it all the time? Not necessarily. So like the light surrounds these holes. See? It feels okay. And I can come in here and just go boop, boop, boop. Because remember, like, this is a crater, like, this is the moon, right? And all of the craters have saturation, have a little bit of saturation. The deeper parts of the crater are darker, and they don't have quite as much saturation because the light's not penetrating as much. And it ends up looking pretty close to bread. I've like...
Want to see my jam on my bread?
Yeah. Oh, that looks yummy. I can show.
Sure.
Like, we'll get some texture, a little stuff for your eyes to kind of look at. And then I feel like this might be a little bit thinner here. Like the crust is up here and the surface of it kind of goes like down and then up and around. So I'm going to make sure that the silhouette also does that. And I noticed that you get these deep areas that might have been a little bit more shielded from the heat inside the oven or whatever this was baked in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know much about bread. I know it's yummy.
Sure is.
And I'm going to, again, use a line work because I don't, it's going to do a little bit of my heavy lifting. Putting a line work around something can really save you time. You don't really have to detail it because the line will hold it. It's like a holding line. The line will do a good job at maybe not that much of a line, honestly. I don't really need that dark. Like a holding line.
I'll notice a lot of like South Korean artists would use a lot of holding lines.
Yeah, they do that a lot.
Just easy.
It's very effective. They'll render a whole character and there'll be like holding lines all over it, which is really efficient.
Mm-hmm. How do you manually paint lens flare? I wouldn't even bother. Just go to the Photoshop filter on lens flare.
Yeah, I would make one using probably some soft and hard brushes and save it out as a PNG and use it every time I wanted to use it.
Yeah.
Like I would literally do it the same way I'm painting this bread. I would go find lens flares, find pictures of them, and look at them and go, is that a soft circle? Is that a hard circle? What line? What ways are the lines going?
How bright is it?
yeah, how bright is it? And then I would just manually make it in a new document and drag it in.
That is nice, a nice looking crust.
And I'm just using the basic round. Like, it'd probably be better if I was using some other kind of brush. You know, you can actually draw some, like, hatches in here, and it'll show the perspective as well. Like, if I want to show the perspective of this bread, I just hatch, do a little bit of, like, hatching here and there. I would definitely use the Photoshop filter for lens flares, but if I had to manually paint one, I would go look at reference
and manually do it. Well, like try to reverse engineer it, like what looks like a soft brush, what could look like a what could be used with a hard brush.
If it wasn't too much trouble, I'd probably even like research what makes a lens flare look like it does, because you can usually draw something a lot better when you understand how it works.
Good point.
There's a piece of bread. That's how I would paint a delicious slice of bread and walk away with more knowledge and not just copy an image. Damn, that looks pretty good. I'm pretty hungry now.
It does look good. I'm like, bro, that could be in like an anime scene.
There you go. There's your bread. I boosted the saturation of my drawing a lot more than you see in the image. Like, painting something is a big investigation. You're Sherlock.
That's right. Chef Sherlock Holmes.
And then I'm definitely going to come back in here and add some of these holes in here. Okay. I'm not painting this very big. It's actually quite small.
Bro, mine's tiny too. Look at this.
Whoa. Excuse me. Okay. And I didn't use the smudge brush at all either. I don't need to. Like, you don't need the smudge brush. It just kind of makes things a little bit quicker. This entire thing is just painted with a basic round. Go in here. Let's make like a really dark one. Just
dark bread? Oh.
To try to capture attention a little bit. Bring people towards that focal point that I want them to focus on.
I don't like how I did that.
And if I were to continue on this, I would just refine, like, what do I want the eye pathing to be where someone looks. Like, I may design, I'd probably specifically design out a curve, like something like this. And then I would place my focal points along this curve, and stuff out here wouldn't have to be as detailed. So maybe I want people to look at this one. So I'll make that one the most detailed and most interesting. And then I maybe also want people to look at this one up here. And then maybe I'll have some stuff along here. This is like, this would be like the gesture.
Oh yeah. Gesture of bread.
Create like an eye path. And stuff out here, you can have like a little bit of detail and like a little bit of stuff for people to grab onto if they look at it. But it's not going to be as detailed. And you can come in here and you can add just a little bit of texture by kind of like doing some maybe hatching.
Is all of this in one layer?
Yeah.
And what are you guys drawing with?
I'm drawing in Photoshop. Christina's drawing in Procreate.
With an iPad?
Yeah.
How did you pick proper colors? Or how do you pick proper colors?
You can watch the replay. I did this whole thing live over like the last, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. How long have I been working on this?
I have no clue. I don't know the sense of time.
20 minutes? You can watch the replays. That feels like pretty juicy bread to me. But if you don't, what?
Why do most artists paint ambient occlusion with warm colors?
They don't, but a lot of the time you'll get subsurface scattering, and that influences the color of the ambient occlusion. And and subsurface scattering, a lot of the time will heat your colors up. In my experience, people usually paint ambient occlusion with like black because it's kind of like the absence of other light influences coming in. So like this right here, this is just the shadow. This is really saturated. But this ambient occlusion down here, you can see it's not. I've desaturated it a lot. I've made it darker and desaturated. I'm sure some do. I'm sure there's artists out there who do. I don't. I'm more along the lines of like, what is the material? Like, what's the logic of the material going on? And then if it warrants warm colors, because like this bread gets tons of saturation because of the subsurface scattering. But then the actual like ambient occlusion parts, I wouldn't say they're much warmer.
I actually really like how you did that texture. Like you have like just a lot of varieties of big, medium, and small brush strokes.
Yeah, I'm spending a lot of time working on brush economy. I don't particularly like this one here. I don't like this shape. I think I'm gonna go for a larger. Well, my tummy growled a lot.
Wow.
I'm hungry, dude. This is making me hungry. All right, I'm gonna do something a little bit different here. I'm gonna make this a crater, and then this is gonna be the edge of the crater. And then we're also gonna get some light down in here. Yum, yum.
Try brown or orange for the shadows.
They are
It's
all
up to
orange.
Colton. They probably mean those darker bits.
These
like
darker bits?
Like no, like the grayer, the parts with that with a bit of gray in it.
Oh, that in there. I just don't see it. I just don't see it in my reference. I see really saturated
and cooler shadows in there.
Yeah, I don't really see it as much in here. But, you know, either one would work if the value's right. Then it should be fine. It doesn't really matter. Like we could go in and do it. I don't really care. No, that works too.
Yeah, the values are correct.
Purple bread. We'll make like purple bread at some point.
Whoa, purple bread.
There we go.
Let me look one up. Purple bread, or ube bread.
Ube.
I never had ube.
There's a lot of
Look at that.
oranges all over this. What the heck? It's like taro or something?
Yeah, I think it's like a sweet potato of some sort.
Sweet potato.
Yeah. Wow, some of it is really, really purple.
That's crazy to me. Purple doesn't particularly strike me as like a food color.
Edible. Looks like poison.
It can be at times.
But it's a very pretty shade of purple.
And of course, these are all three-dimensional forms working together. So like, I'm really thinking hard about like, what's going on down in here. Right? Like these are all like, this is a form like this. This is a form like this, interlocked with a form like this. And as I...
Kind of looks like a little butt.
It does look like a little butt. As I continue like modeling these forms, I'm thinking about this. But I'm not changing the values, right? Like, I'm not changing the values enough that it's like wrecking the read that I set up in the beginning. Like, this is obviously darker generally.
You guys are very fun to listen to. Thank you.
Awesome. I'm glad.
Segoy art. Thank you. Appreciate it. Very interesting educational live. Thank you. Christ followed the live creator. Well, thanks. What a blessing. By the way, if you are interested in taking a live class with us where you get feedback on your homework, we have a figure drawing and anatomy live class coming up in February. So you can check that out on our profile. It'll be the teal button in our website, drawanime.com.
Yep. Live figure drawing class coming up.
I find that taking live classes actually really does help me a lot with anatomy. I would say that really saved my anatomy.
This hack saved my anatomy.
Anatomy knowledge.
The hack.
taking
bunch of classes.
Yeah,
and
taking a bunch of classes.
And no hack.
Mm-hmm. Remember when Fox muted Jesus Christ? Oh my gosh, that was hilarious.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
She's like, I didn't mean to. I didn't know if I should have or not.
Fox is gonna be seeing one of these real soon.
Oh no. So can we sign up on the website for the live critique?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's you sign up for the whole class. You get critiques every single week.
Yes. So you go to our website, drawanime.com. It is the teal button that says the anatomy and figure drawing class for 2026, I believe. So yeah. And by the way, it is paid. It's not free. Just let you know. But signups are happening. We have about how many slots left?
Like 12.
Like 12
or 11. I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
12 or 11 slots left. There's plenty.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts in February 21st.
Yep. I would say the deadline to enroll is either when the class signups are full or by the start date.
There. Like anything
wow,
else I would do to
so
this
good.
piece. This piece is pretty much done. It's just kind of see.
I want to see that turned off. I don't know. It's like you just refined it more.
Yeah, it's just a refinement of the same thing, like being more specific with my shapes. And I would go in and anything I would do, it wouldn't be more detail. It would be modifying and adjusting shapes and their proximities to each other. So like maybe I like this large shape here, and I would want like
okay,
a couple shapes around it like this, and then maybe I want like another here, like trying to design my shapes in some sort of an aesthetic way.
Do you guys have any, or do you guys have some tips if you don't know what to draw? I want to build my portfolio badly.
What do you want to do?
Yeah.
There's so many different portfolios. Like an animation portfolio looks different than an illustration portfolio, looks different than a concept art portfolio, looks different than a product design portfolio. So like, I have no idea what you actually want to do.
That's probably a reason why you don't know what to draw. As well.
I could tell you to do something, but it may be the opposite of the advice you need.
That bread literally looks better than the photo.
I kind of want like a nice large-ish area of rest as well. So like all I would be doing right now is just kind of designing and redesigning the shapes. Like the placement of the shapes. Like maybe this one would be, I don't know.
Oh.
Bigger. Something to look at. Maybe there would be like another shape below it. Because like it's not hard to paint the thing. It's just where do I want the shapes placed in like in arrangement. It's like arranging a table or a bouquet of flowers, right? You're thinking like, what arrangement of these shapes is going to be the most interesting to look at? So maybe I take this one and I put it like here. And then I take this one and I put it there. That could work.
I feel like you'd have a lot of fun painting focaccia. Because all the holes
That's
are like
fun.
really dynamic. They look like caverns. They kind of look like caves, cave systems,
Yeah.
like little stalagmites and stalactites.
It is very therapeutic to like do this sort of thing.
Yeah. Maybe I should just fill a page with just a bunch of food painting studies.
Just bread everywhere.
Yeah, bread,
That,
cakes,
What was that?
pasta.
Fox, do you have that
Assuming she's here.
curry that I painted?
Yeah, the curry katsu.
Yeah, do you have that? The curry katsu that I made? Curry. 57 results, bro. People talk about curry a lot.
Did you put curry in your description?
I don't know. I might have.
What about
I like
images?
painting food is fun. It makes me hungry. And I definitely need some sort of a
Ooh, extra crust on the outside.
yeah, I need some
Silhouette change.
silhouette
Some
jubblies.
a roof of your mouth shredding crust.
Yeah, then we're gonna annihilate mouth roofs.
I actually saw a video of someone making bread, but like the goal was to shred the roof of your mouth, so they literally just made like a bunch of spikes on the bread.
That's funny.
Let me look it up.
That
Spiky
would
bread.
be I bet anything people would buy that and they'd be like, dang, it's like a so you like definitely want to make this silhouette a little bit more interesting here and there. I don't really want to paint with white.
Oh my goodness. Look at this.
Yeah, I kind of like the other one better, so I'm gonna need to do a little bit more refinement. Let me take that and go like this.
Reminds me of Food and Studio Ghibli. Yeah.
Definitely like what I had before more. I like the placement of the shapes better now, but I like the rendering on the last one a lot more.
AJ asks, where's the cool and warm sides of this color? You've mentioned before that there's always contrast.
Like, I mean, just within here, like this
This cooler.
would be a cool because it's much less saturated, and this would be a much more saturated warm. This reddish color is much cooler than any of the warms here. So like, these are my cools. This is my warm. And there's always going to be a contrast. Anytime you change hue, there's going to be contrast. It's like, this is my cool. This is a warm. It's all in like the red, orange, yellow family. Not a lot of red. It's more like reddish orange, right? Like I don't have anything like this coming in here. But even just within those, you got a lot.
I would say like one of the things I do wish we could have power as an artist is drawing something like food and have it actually come to life. That would solve all of our hunger issues. But imagine like if you don't draw good and you try to draw bread and it doesn't turn out.
It's like nasty bread.
It's like nasty moldy bread.
Yeah.
Food drawing stream when?
Drawing money.
Drawing money. Drawing gold.
Yours is
That
looking
could be a
little
magic
stale.
system.
It's probably if your bread is looking stale, it's probably a little bit of a saturation of your colors issue. Just remember, like, the parts that are being hit by light are not going to be as saturated as the parts that, like, light is penetrating through here and coming out here. And this area inside of here is really, really saturating your colors. That's the subsurface scattering part. So all of your surfaces here that are being hit by light are not as saturated as these. They're pretty saturated. Like if you come in here, you know, like a lot of this is pretty saturated. So if it's looking stale, it's probably that.
I like that. I like the larger pockets.
I like the larger pockets, but I don't like how how intense I went with them. Maybe I'll just kind of tone them down.
Can you please make the bread super juicy like melted butter on the corners of some?
If I were to add butter to this, just from my recollection of it, first I would definitely think about my three-dimensional form.
Wouldn't it be like also extra shiny when there's like grease on the bread?
Yeah, you'd have highlights and stuff.
Yeah.
If I were to put butter right here, I'd probably have it like that. It'd be quite pale. Not so pale. I don't
Probably
know.
almost white.
I'd wanna find reference of butter.
Oh,
It would probably be almost white. Yeah.
Bread, butter on
And then
sourdough bread.
maybe I'd go a little bit further into the yellow family.
Like this.
Yeah, pale yellow. So my colors on the butter would probably go paler and yellow than anywhere else. More like that. I'm starting to get to the outer limit of my value range, so I would probably have to readjust that a little bit. Here it is. Wait, I'm just gonna make a new layer because I don't really think I want to add butter to this too much.
I'm just gonna see what it looks like.
Yeah. It'd probably end up looking something like that.
Yeah.
But again, I'm reaching the upper limit of
It's just gonna
my
look really
value
blown
range. So this is all getting blown out. My values are really getting blown out.
Time for cough drop.
Maybe even like... No, we wouldn't do that.
I'm gonna get some more water. That looks good.
And I'm
Colton,
sure
are
if
you magic?
butter was on here, we just get like a little bit more highlights here and there. Your chair again.
Oh, oops. Sorry about that. Push it back.
There we go. Probably something along the lines of that. We may even just kind of make a little improvised line work. You know how some people will use chairs as improvised weapons? I'm going to use a line work as an improvised way to kind of hold this butter. Just very carefully.
Now, I feel like the butter would look pretty good if there was some jam underneath.
What, like a...
Yeah, because like then it could pop the butter out.
Yeah, it could,
want.
for sure. I don't know if I will add jam. And like you could even just ever so slightly...
The drawing keeps making me hungrier, I know.
You could just ever so slightly like add an edge to this. It'd be a very stylized choice. I see a lot of Korean artists do this sort of thing. Where they'll...
What if you turn the butter into a kitty head?
Like that. Yeah.
Have you done any tutorials for digital layering for rendering?
This is all pretty much on one layer. I made a new layer to experiment. I make a new layer every time I want to try something. I don't know why that layer's there. But this is my bread layer. And then that was an experiment. And then this was another experiment that I don't particularly know if I want to keep this. But the butter should be fine. Maybe we'll go... And we do that. I don't layer. I only layer if I need to because of client reasons. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll come down here and we'll...
Oh. Looks really good.
And then, like, what you do with the line work is where the gaps are in the line work is, like, where the butter is melting into the bread. So, like, you do that all the time. Like, if you draw two spheres, say, touching like this, you can erase it to make them feel like they're touching each other, like this.
Even more connected.
Like, they're touching. So, I'm using that principle in order to make it seem like the butter is melting onto the bread right here. And, like, over here, maybe it's not quite doing that as much, right? And I'm not doing this on the edge of the butter because this is crust texture. This is butter. It's smooth, right?
Velvety.
And I'm just being a little bit stylized with like how I'm.
Is Toby bigger than Applejack? You know, honestly, I feel like he is.
I don't know. I don't know if he is yet. Right? And then I'll come down here with like a really saturated orange, maybe.
I think they're about the same size.
Yeah, looks pretty good. Butter.
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 Butter. Butter.
Butter.
Isn't that like Swiss?
I don't know.
They say butter.
Chat, how do you guys say butter in your language?
Yeah, what is butter in your
In
language?
Chinese, it's nayo, I think. Or maybe that could be cream. Maybe is it? No, I think nayo is cream, not butter. Maybe I'm wrong. I have not spoken Chinese in a very long time. Beurre in French? Yeah, it makes sense. Beurre.
Burr.
Beurre.
That's cool. Maybe I even lighten some of these. Like, that's getting kind of dark.
Mentega? Oh, fun.
Yeah, kind of like
Y'all
this
just said a bad word in Spanish. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, who did?
S'more in Swedish. Voita in Finnish.
What's the bad word in Spanish so I can say it more? Yeah, it feels pretty good to me. I like that. And then maybe we'll just go back in here and have little teeny tiny ones.
I'm from Georgia. Butter in Georgian is karaki. What kind of language is that? That is such a cool looking language. Look at that.
Holy moly.
I've never seen anything like that.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
All right, and now it's time to give some of the little jubblies around here. So detailed. Oh my gosh.
So detailed.
Y'all saw it. You saw the whole demo from start to finish, chat. You got the replay and everything.
Love the little dots in it. The little speppings.
There you go. There's my juicy, yummy bread. For some reason,
Just want to yoink it.
it's got like this.
Streaky look.
No, I just got like a white area around here.
I love bread and butter. It's so much. It's so good. Yeah.
Bread and butter is the bread and butter of food.
What I like to do is I like to slice some sourdough. I'll bake it, and then I'll put butter on it, and then I'll put salt and pepper on the bread, and it's so good.
We'll just put a couple little dots over here to hold this together. I need to get some orange over there.
I'm a salt lover. I just put salt on everything.
Make sure that this is making sense.
Salt makes everything taste better. Mm-hmm. Sure does.
There you go.
Wow.
There's my bread. I'll call it there.
It literally looks so appetizing.
And I use this as a reference. I wanted to make mine more saturated though. I'll put it in ArtShare 3, the bread.
The bread. You should post that on your Instagram.
I should do more food stuff.
That's good. Now I'm hungry. Yeah, we're all hungry now because of Colton's lovely bread drawing.
Okay, bye guys. I'm gonna go eat. I love how earlier this was the demo.
Yeah.
And
Bread
then
and fire.
and then we switched to this. Oh, we got this stuff.
Looks like wine. Nah, I don't want any. It's gonna mess with my cough drop.
Oh yeah.
Y'all want to see my my quick bread?
I have to turn this.
Oh, oops. This one's mine.
That's fun. I like that.
Thank you. Yours looks really nice.
I basically just drew the bread I want more than anything.
Summoning of bread. Bread demon. I like the cool highlights on brioche bread because of the skylight. So I put jam on mine. Jam.
Yum yum.
All right, go switch back to your other bread because yours is nicer looking.
A lot of bread. A lot of yummy bread. The bread.
The bread. How did you guys like this new setup while we're on top?
Yeah, do you like us on top better?
Holy crap. That's such just the bread just looks so good.
It just looks so
It just
juicy,
looks
dude.
so like
It makes me want to go like,
amazing.
dang, we need some sourdough.
We do have sourdough.
I love sourdough. So good.
Kind of like you on the bottom better. I think I'm just used to you guys on the top.
On top is better because when you type, it covers the art.
Ah, the text covers the art.
Is it sour? It's dough. Sour.
It's slightly sour.
Dough.
I prefer the bottom version.
Do you prefer it because you're used to it, or do you prefer it because it's just better?
What if we did a stream where we just didn't show our faces at all? It was just the screen.
That's how we used to stream.
Yeah.
All right, we're going one layer again because we're content with this. Bro, now I know why everybody adds line work around it. It's so much better than having to render everything out.
It's like
it looks better. It like
does.
holds it. It holds it together.
You just got such good shapes.
I wish.
What do you mean you wish? You like look at like just zoom in on that like upper crust that you're
Upper crust.
like
What?
I remember.
Yeah. What upper crust? This one?
Yeah, that one. Like just the shapes in there just look really really good. Sorry. You guys show the layers again? It's just a one layer.
This is my layer. Here's my bread layer. I even drew it on the layer of the reference. Here. There, now it'll be an easy separation. I will make an experimentation layer. And then as soon as I'm done, that's it. Like, this is such a low risk piece. Because like if I don't like something, I just do that.
I like that pocket though.
What if I do
Wait,
that?
put some pepper on it.
You want
like
pepper?
specks
See,
of pepper.
I may actually make a new layer for the pepper because it's gonna be. I'm not gonna feel like painting it all out. So does it look like this?
Yeah, I like that. Well, let me look. Salt, pepper, black pepper on bread.
What do you think of that? I don't know how big the pepper would be.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
What do you think, pepper or no pepper, chat? Do you like pepper on bread?
I like pepper on bread, but I don't know if it looks good with it.
Do you like pepper on bread or no pepper on bread? Pepper or bacon with pepper, please? Well, all right, we'll have a pepper layer because I don't know if I'm going to keep the pepper and I don't want to paint it out. Oh, so we get like this going on. Maybe even like
larger spickles and speckles.
Let's just darken it a little bit.
Do you paint characters on a single layer too? Yeah,
Christina
sometimes
does.
I do. Just
Wait,
'cause I'm
you mean
lazy.
like this big?
Yeah, probably that big.
How about
there's
that?
There's some like extra like large bits.
Really, like the big
Yeah,
jubblies?
like the big jubblies.
All right, we'll go back to our round brush and do that one. Like,
Yeah.
but it has like other colors in it.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Like bits of white in it.
yeah, there's like bits of lighter in it.
Aren't peppers like berries before they're actually dried out into like black pepper?
I don't really know.
Because I know that Sichuan peppers are kind of...
What, like that?
Oh, heck yeah. That looks so good. That's my type of bread.
That looks okay. Bits of light on the pepper. Bits and bops. Spips and speps.
Mm-hmm. Spips and speps.
Pepper's cute. That one doesn't really look like a pepper. That's too much of like a line.
That looks so
Yum.
good.
I want
That's
that
even
so
better.
bad, dude. Dang it.
All right, we need to go eat. We're hungry.
I do see some little inconsistency here. I do feel like this would probably pop out a little bit more, just because you see it on the silhouette here.
Yeah.
But then I don't actually see form change that would argue it's like that. It feels like this would still be like that. So I'm just gonna redo that really quick.
Sure. Colton, in the past you mentioned having ADHD, so does executive dysfunction ever make it hard to do art?
Yeah. However, I decided a long time ago that I wasn't gonna let whatever keep me from becoming an artist, because it's like it's gonna make it difficult to do any job. It might as well be the job I like. But yeah, I have to mix things up a lot. I get really distracted from it easily. I have trouble paying attention. Like, I have to be creative, but I don't talk about it a lot, or I don't think about it a lot, because it's just how I exist, right? Like, it's always been that way. So like, I don't know any other way. So I'm just like, it's just how I live, and I don't really think about it too much, other than like, I'll get hyper focused on stuff, and I'll just let myself get focused on it. Like, it's practice. Obsessive, and spend tons of hours and stay up all night, and it's just like more practice. But I do get bored quickly. Sometimes I'll have so much trouble reading, like I can't even pay attention. Like, I'll read sentences and I won't even remember what I read at all, and I'll be like, I literally just read that. What the heck? I'll have to reread things like numerous times.
Let's draw this next time.
That's fun. And in which case, like, I'm just like, I have to try to find out how to get myself to pay attention to this. I do find using less social media really helps me not have that happen as much, but I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
So you have to feel inspiration in order to draw?
Nah. I can make myself draw. Like, I can make myself, like, you know, I'm in bed in the middle of the night and I have to pee really bad. Like, I can make myself get out of bed and go to the bathroom. Like, I'm not just physically incapable of doing stuff. Like, you know, like if I was in a burning house and I really didn't feel like leaving, like, I wouldn't just burn to death. Like, I'd make myself do it. And it's like a muscle you can exercise. It's like you can grow your ability to do things you don't feel like doing through practice. But I don't know. I don't honestly research it a lot. I had it as a kid really bad. I got retested as an adult, and I had it because I took part in some experiment. It was like some study that they were doing to experiment with like games that can help increase attention or something. I signed up for it because it was paying like $150 or something, and I was like, sure. We actually lived pretty close to the place that was doing the study. It was like
Didn't you go there as a kid too?
ADHD study. Yeah, it's funny. It was a place I actually went as a kid. And I haven't been on any meds or anything since I was like 13 or 14 or something like that.
There are a few things that can help you focus that's like natural and stuff. I forgot what it's called though.
I've tried a lot of different stuff.
Like
yeah.
ashwagandha or something? Was it?
I don't remember. Rhodiola or something like that. I don't know. I've tried a lot of different stuff. I'm an experimenter, so I like to test stuff.
Did it help the ADHD experiment?
I don't honestly know that much. Maybe not.
I think that's some root that helps you. Yeah, I think ashwagandha is like a natural thing that helps you focus.
I don't really take it. I find a consistent sleep schedule helps more than like anything, which is something I rarely have.
Oh, that's good. I like that little extra bump.
Oh, it needs it, yeah. What the heck? There it is. Yeah, I'll totally space out and get distracted and stuff, but like it is what it is. I never knew anything different.
Trigger warning for gluten.
Yeah.
Bro, I saw this video on medieval bread versus modern bread and it blew my mind.
There's your bread.
Don't worry, this bread has good grain that doesn't make you feel gluten intolerant.
we could even just spice this up a little bit with some.
Does listening to music or anything help you concentrate better when you're practicing?
I almost always have music on. Like, I get annoyed if I suddenly realize I've been drawing for a half an hour and there's no music. Like, I'll have a mix end or something, and I'll be like, what is wrong right now? I wouldn't particularly say it helps me concentrate, but I really, really do like music on.
It's almost like a comfort background noise. Sometimes, like, if it's almost like eating while you are watching a video in a way. Like, for me, I kind of have to draw while I'm listening to music. Sometimes it feels too quiet.
Like, if you've ever been a mentorship student of mine, you'll know that I'll sometimes complain about my music having ended. I'll be like, hold up, and I'll like click on a different thing and get new music up.
Oh, that is great.
I kind of like this little boost.
Yeah.
Boost of like saturation and stuff in there. But if you look at my values, you can see like almost looks like steak.
Ooh.
If you look at my values, you can see this is not getting dark. It's a little bit darker, but it's not dark. I've got really careful value groups here. I've got the lights and I've got the darks. And anything that's light stays light. And anything that's dark, it doesn't go beyond. Like if I add a highlight, or like I don't go like this and all the way up to like here. Like I'm not rendering things intensely. I could go that dark with some of the crust if I really wanted to, but I would have to visually show that that makes sense. So like let's say, you know, we have, I don't know, crust that's really dark.
How did you do that? I've never been able to turn that option on by short keys on Photoshop.
Like, this works.
The black and white.
I
think you go to filter.
What is this? Oh, that's my old work. Filter. View. It's view, proof setup, custom, and then you set this to dot gain 20%. You scroll all the way down somewhere. I don't remember where it is exactly. Dot gain 20%. Here it is. Or any of these.
I mapped it to my Control Y key.
Right? And this will replace Control Y, which switches to CMYK. It will switch to black and white mode. So you'll see I'm still picking color, but it just makes it black and white. So you just press Control Y. There's another way. You make a new layer. You fill the entire layer with black. And then you switch the layer setting over here. You switch this layer setting. This works on iPad as well, to like hue. And then oops, I got rid of my layers.
That works too.
Or my layers. Here they are. You can turn this on and off.
I tried watching a show while practicing, but I find it way too distracting. I don't know how people do it. Yeah, I
don't watch shows while I practice.
That's just asking for very distracting
stuff. I'll listen to audiobooks while I draw, but
yeah.
I'm not anything like that takes a lot of thinking. If I was like a beginner and I was trying to really get better, I would put like as much of my focus into practice as possible.
I just have instrumental music.
Like I'll just draw a bunch of anime faces. So like this is fine. You could have dark areas. I probably want to erase that out.
What drawing tablets are you guys using?
There we go. I'm just using an Intuos Large. This guy.
Mm-hmm. What should we name it? Mickey. I'm kidding.
Name who?
The tablet.
Oh. I don't know.
I use an iPad Pro 13-inch. Yeah, no, I don't. I was just joking. Oh, that definition on the butter is really nice.
Right, we could also like argue like I should probably follow my logic a little bit better of like the crust. See, like that should probably pop out more, just because I'm taking a look at my silhouette and I'm going, if this was polygons, it could be like this, right? Like I want to make sure that my crust makes sense three-dimensionally. And so if I have like this, technically you could.
Yeah, I mean, if you slice the bread at an angle.
Technically you could, but just visually, like what makes more sense visually, honestly. Yeah. You could, like, I could definitely pull this out to make a little bit more sense like that.
That's good. That looks really good.
Right?
Yeah, I
so
like that.
I'd probably do that, and then I'll just go grab this. And that's like the fixing, or that's the process. Like if you don't know any of this stuff, you can't really fix it.
Do you have a Procreate brush pack? No, but we do have a brush that you can download on our website, drawanime.com. It is also in our profile. It is the green button labeled brush. We only use like one brush, so, and we get that one for free. Hey,
Yeah,
Teal,
this
back.
brush, this is literally the basic round brush, right? It's this brush. This is the brush I've been using for this whole entire painting.
It's goated.
And just make it small, and occasionally I'll just make it a little bit softer, just to, like, I'll kind of make it about that soft, just so it's not super hard edge, like when I paint some of these areas, like that. But it doesn't matter. Like hard round, that's all I use here. So you can, this brush comes standard with pretty much every drawing program. It's just round.
I love how we went from coloring elements to coloring bread.
Yeah.
Never knew that would be in the same stream.
Earlier.
Now.
Yeah, and now. I would maybe add a little bit of interest over here. Just
Extra texture. But it's like you can barely see it, but like when you zoom in, you're like, ooh, fun.
It's just the tiniest little bit of. There you go. I said I was done like 20 minutes ago, but I'll legit be done as soon as I
get that edge in. What are your food studies anyways on your computer?
I have no idea.
I was thinking like, what if you just compiled them onto a page and posted it?
I could.
It's so good I could actually eat that. Mm-hmm.
I would love to eat bread right now.
I know you guys have touched this topic before about perspective on bodies, but does your art book happen to include any of that? Some of it. I would say in book 2. I mean, like, most of our drawings is like drawing dimensionally, but if you're talking about like, let me look. It's in props. If you're talking about like people in like 3D space,
I gotta
like this, this is in our book 2. So we kind of briefly talk about it. I would say we talk more about it in our anime art school because we can only do so much in a book. But yeah, we do have this included in one of our books here.
Oh, bro, I want bread. How do we make the most delicious sourdough bread ever?
Like, you can look up a recipe.
George was making sourdough.
Maybe you should ask him. He says like it's science.
Oh yeah, it is a science. A little scientist.
Like he's like super like methodical with it, and it says it turned.
He's got the science of having kids down. I'll tell you that. Did I do all the streaks today?
Yeah, this was my bread. I'll just show you that.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I feel so left out. I'm gluten intolerant. You know, if you want to try it out and want to have bread, try ancient grains like einkorn wheat, like bread made with einkorn, because nowadays bread, especially in America, just sucks. The process is just destroys what bread should be. So I know that with like einkorn, people who usually have a gluten intolerance, they actually don't have any symptoms of that because it's made naturally. You can try it if you want to like experiment and make your own bread.
Should we do game night? I wanted to watch a movie.
I want to watch a movie too.
I wanted to watch a movie. Jam bread.
Jam bread.
Dang, painting food is actually pretty fun. Yeah. I tend to paint a lot better sometimes. This is another funny thing. Someone was asking about like ADHD or whatever. I tend to paint a lot better when I teach because I actually force myself to go through an entire process rather than when I'm painting or drawing for myself. I'll just like draw really fast and skip steps and it'll wreck everything.
Yeah.
But when I do a demo, I'll explain the whole process so I won't actually skip steps.
And it'll turn out really good. Oh, I see Gizmo. Rip.
Gizmo what?
They said, I'm a bit scared of my gluten intolerance is an autoimmune condition. Is it like celiac disease?
Oh, I took a picture for you today, Gizmo. Wait, I can't. Oh, that's so annoying, dude. That's it. I'm going back to the original. I'm going back to the original. I'm sick of
having to manually do that all the time.
Manually doing this. There you go.
Luffy.
You probably have this. But I thought of you when I saw that.
I'm lactose intolerant, but that doesn't stop me from drinking a glass of milk every day.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that actually cures it. Because it's like
hate it?
it's like drinking poison, but like it's not lethal doses, like non-lethal doses, and it makes you immune to it. You'd be surprised at how many guys actually draw. You know, they would even say like concept design and concept art is like a male-dominated industry. Someone was saying that like, oh, my parents think that art is for girls, and they want me to be a lawyer.
That's funny.
Up there.
Bro, I have some artist friends that I went to class with. They make so much. Like so much.
Cute basket figures are actually super cute.
Freelance concept art has a very, very high ceiling of how much you can make if you specialize.
You should also just show all the the master painters to your parents. They're all men.
But I don't
most of the time.
I don't think that people need to do art. Like if you want to, go for it. If you don't, it doesn't, like, it's totally up to you.
Mm-hmm.
But you can make a lot doing pretty much anything.
Yeah. I feel like art, I mean, it could just be taken multiple ways. Like you can either go like very expressive or very like analytical, and you know, it just depends. The only female-dominated art industry I know are VTubers.
I have no idea.
I have no idea. That's kind of interesting.
I don't know anything about VTubers really.
Mm-hmm.
Garlic bread? Garlic bread's good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty happy with this bread.
I'm happy with it too. It looks so good.
I wish I could eat it, honestly. What did we do today? A little bit of armor.
Armor studies. Some people
A little bit of
drawing,
armor studies and
some
investigations. A little bit of demon summoning circles, it looks like. A little bit of eyes.
Expressions.
Bread
armor.
Bread. Oh, this was my attempt at a hand holding a plate.
It's hard. It's kind of a hard
like sketched it out
thing.
It is like,
it's like it doesn't feel like a hand. It feels more like a tree branch.
Yeah, it does.
We're probably gonna wrap up.
Yeah, I'll probably wrap up. I still think this is the funniest thing.
You should just keep that face. Ooh. That's the sound effect I think of. What are you guys having for dinner? I was thinking of making a vodka pasta with shrimp. That's my thoughts on it.
Bread armor. I feel like your enemies would just drop their weapons and start eating your armor.
Mm-hmm.
And protect you for a little bit. Oh.
That's what I was thinking of making for tonight's dinner.
Neat. You want to do that now?
Yeah, I'll do that now.
What about game night? Should we do game night, or we should say screw game night?
Screw game night. We're watching our movie.
I love how you get like a little hint of like this down below the bread. Oh, you know what would be so cool though?
What? Are you gonna make that make that a pattern onto the bread like a brand?
Bro, I wish I could do this, honestly.
What is this?
I don't know, hold up. What if we did this?
It's cursed. Cursed bread. It's kind of cool. Oh, and should it be like brown, like a burnt mark?
Gluten intolerance be like like a burn mark shows like, you mean like that?
Yeah, well, not that dark. Yeah, like scoring, like branding the bread, I guess. There's some people that do that.
That's kind of cool. Like, this would be a fun concept.
Oh my gosh, look at burnt bread.
Oh no!
Rip. Oh no.
Poor bread. The poor bread. Why did you draw your bread so small?
Because I was just testing it
Look
out.
at the bread. It's literally the size of like an appropriate size for that character.
Because she eats the bread. It was actually
You drew
pretty
the
big.
bread as small as I paint on the iPad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so tiny.
Oh no.
What?
It's charcoal.
Oh no!
Oh no, my bread. It's burnt.
It's so good.
Oh my gosh, you can burn bread like this? Whoa, that's kind of cool. This looks like infernal bread.
That is infernal.
That's
bread.
infernal bread. That's from the Hells in Baldur's Gate.
Yummy.
Has a cool texture though.
Are you able to zoom in that much to the bread without being pixelated? It's God bread.
Now it's pixelated.
It's very pixelated.
It's a canvas that's 5,000 by 6,000 pixels.
Yeah, it's a big canvas.
So this can still look pretty decent, but I wouldn't paint this small.
It's God bread.
It's God bread.
Where there's a will, there's a bread. Where there's a bread, there's a way.
That's kind of cool. I'm just looking at burnt bread now.
Burnt bread.
Burnt marking on bread.
Where there's a will, there's a burnt.
Oh, that's cute. Look. You can actually burn like a marking on it.
It's the worst of both worlds. It's
Oh, like this.
untoasted bread and burnt bread at the same time.
Coffee burn mark. Mm.
What's your opinion on beginning artists opening commissions? Hey, more power to ya. I think it's fun. Do it. People see your portfolio. They know what they're signing up for when they hire you.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I think everybody who wants to open commissions should. People don't have to hire you if they don't want to. It's great to start to start learning about working with other people and money and sales early on as well. If you want to do it, but you certainly don't have to. It's totally up to you. People get unnecessarily mad about beginners doing commissions for some reason. Do they?
Is it because they think that they shouldn't? They should practice more?
Do you recommend signing your work since watermarks can be edited out these days? I don't sign anything.
I don't sign anything.
I don't. And maybe it's like a bad habit, but I've never signed anything. Every once in a while, I'll put my name on stuff, so people can look me up if they want to hire me. But professionally, I was a concept artist, and like it's all portfolio based. So like if I'm applying to a studio or if I want to work somewhere as a concept artist, I would send them my portfolio, and then they'll either have you do an art test or they just hire you. Because like I feel like a lot of the time stolen art is more for fans than anything. Like people want to make like a fake account with stolen art. But in the professional world, like if you have stolen art and you get hired, you can't do the job and you get fired immediately. So it's just very impractical. Like it's like saying I'm a professional race car driver and you get hired and then you lose every single race because you're not actually a race car driver.
Well, you actually have to. You have to like.
So I feel like people try to grow social medias with stolen art. Maybe there's like a workaround where people can try to like find a way to make money with stolen art, but like it's a I don't know.
It's like you
it's
just can't replicate it.
Think about that much. But like it's so easy to like trace the origins of an artwork online. If someone steals my art and they get recognized for it, people will just find out it's me and I'll get more people following me. And not that I would want someone to steal my art, but like it's so easy to find like the first time something was posted online. I just don't think about it. Like I would rather just enjoy drawing. Like I don't get worked up about things online that people do. People have been stealing and being criminals ever since the dawn of man. I don't need to think about it too much for me. It's not I don't really ever sign my work. It can certainly be edited out. If I make a finished piece, I will type my name at the bottom and my website so people can find me if they want to hire me, and that's about it. But none of my sketches, I never sign anything really. Maybe if I did like oil paint and stuff. People do that with prints and stuff. My mom wants to commission me to draw a still life, but I've never drawn them before. I feel like it's a pretty safe commission.
Yeah.
Unless your mom is gonna like turn around and be like, "You're dead to me. You didn't draw that perfectly. You're dead to me." I don't really post my work online at all. I just have my personal portfolio and an empty Instagram. I never got into art to get recognition for it. Like I'm not really interested in it. It's just I don't know. I forget to post, or I won't make finished work, and I think it's kind of.
You wouldn't want to post it anyways.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to post it or whatever. I like creating. I like making stories and creating stuff. Maybe someday. Maybe someday I'll post. Like it's nothing new though. Like people have been stealing stuff forever and they will always steal stuff. I don't like if I'm going to draw and have fun drawing, like I don't see why I should ruin my day by thinking about it. Because it's not ever going to go away.
I would say if someone's
like, you can take
artwork.
precautions and stuff if you want. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But, like, I feel like they kind of win if I quit because I'm worried about it. It's like they kind of win anyways.
Well, like, I would even think, like, if someone is stealing your artwork, you're winning because they think it's, like, I don't know, worthy to steal, I guess.
I don't know. It's just not something I don't know. It's not that I don't think it's wrong, and it's not that I think people should do it. I certainly don't think they should. It's just not something that I get worked up about. It just doesn't it doesn't make me like fuming angry. There's very few things that like really annoy me. You know what annoys me, chat? What annoys me is when someone joins a Discord server and they immediately come in and they say, "What? No welcome?" It makes me want to mute them immediately. And then secondly, when they come in and they've been there for like no time at all and they complain about it like being dead because like people aren't currently talking. I don't know what it is about that, but it like whenever people do that in our Discord server, sometimes I'll just like mute them for like a week or something. I don't know.
I'm like, we don't want that attitude. It's like what's it called?
When people complain about
a
not
sign.
having a welcoming party into a random Discord server, I'm just like, ooh, this is not the type of person that I want to be.
It's like a red flag.
It
Instant
is
red flag.
An instant red flag. That's exactly what it is. What? No welcome?
Wow.
I'll welcome you with the
mute button.
with the 7-day mute button.
See how you like that?
I did actually mute someone not too long ago in our
you did?
server for like a week. Yeah. Well, they complained about how it was dead. And then they were like saying something weird to one of the mods. And I'm just like, 2 red flags in a row? I'll just mute them.
Yeah.
Where my hug at? Ah. Yeah. I hate a welcome party when I join a Discord server.
Sometimes people just want to be like left alone, you know? They just want to join it and just stealthily join and
Movie
not have
night.
to.
We were thinking about watching The Sand a lot.
Yeah.
It's like the classic 90s movie about the baseball stuff. I don't know anything about baseball. I don't like baseball very much, but like
You're willing to watch it just because of inspiration.
It gives me strong vibes of like Miki and Miko and Abby childhood.
This looks like a waterfall. I don't want to.
What art servers are doing that? I've never seen welcome parties in art servers for people who join.
Bro, you know how many like people who just don't want to be like noticed are like in art servers? Like there's like so many.
Yeah. Another thing, it doesn't bother me that much, but do you notice that some people will live in a Discord server and they will never pay attention or talk about any of the things that are like happening in the community? They'll kind of just like treat it as like, I don't know, like their Twitter or something. Like, and every single time, you'll notice it when I say this. Every single time someone talks about something, they like immediately post something right after that like redirects the conversation to themselves. Like, someone will be talking about something and they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, guys, I got Starbucks today. Look." Or
Yeah.
like, and like the server will be like, no messages in it all day. Someone will make a post, and then they'll immediately post after and go like, "Oh my gosh, guys, look at this thing I did." Have
Red
you noticed
flag.
that? Like, people will do that. I've seen it in a bunch of different servers. It doesn't. I just know it. Like, I don't know. Now that's annoying. Have you noticed that? Like, people do that, and they'll stay for like months and months and months.
Well, they'll think like the conversation has to be all about them.
Yeah. Or like, "Oh my gosh, guys, there's this big community event coming up and blah, 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 blah. And don't forget." And it's like an announcement. And like right after the announcement's posted, they like make a post and they're just like, "Oh my gosh, guys, like my dog got shampooed today." Or something like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like, okay.
Like, they can do it. I just notice it. I can't be the only one who like notices that sort of thing, right? I'm not crazy.
You're not
I'm
crazy.
not crazy.
You're not crazy. I notice it. But it's like, and it's kind of like sneaky because it's not like they're doing anything like wrong. It's just kind of like
Yeah, they're not
a mild red
like,
flag that
they're not doing anything.
it's like a
wrong.
slow
Like,
poison.
they're totally allowed to do it.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. And I don't think it's bad for people to talk about themselves. I'm talking like every single time.
Any chance they get.
Any chance. Anytime the subject like goes into something, they're just like, "Me. Guys, me."
Look at me.
You're not the
But
only one.
they're not like
That's good.
even I don't know. They're not even like
They're not active in the
active in the community.
They're not engaged.
they're not engaged in the current conversation. They're not like relating to it
Yeah,
either.
And like, I don't think everybody in the community has to be involved in the community. I'm more talking about
It's
like
a repeated habit.
all of those things combined.
Hi, kitty.
Who's this?
Puppy. Puppy. Hi.
Oh, you're cute.
Kitty.
Like stretchies?
Who is they? Just a type of person that tends to join like Discord servers and communities and stuff.
Yeah, it's an archetype.
It's an archetype, exactly.
The type of person.
Archetype.
Not necessarily anyone specific.
Not to be confused with the architect. Look at that, bro. Just
It's a raspberry jam-filled brioche donut.
that's a mouthful.
I know. I was like, that's how I had to say it quickly.
Oh yeah, I get that. They never talk until others do, and then when others do, it has to be a subject change.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks good, dude.
Don't mind if I do.
Do you have an eating sound in the soundboard?
You have a sipping sound?
I've got this.
That works pretty good.
That's the only one I have.
I want it to be extra, extra dark.
Have you guys seen Stranger Things? We saw like the first couple seasons years ago. I
Yeah.
don't remember it very much. I
Never
don't keep
watched
up with it
anything.
at all.
Yeah. Kitty, you're not doing that.
You ain't doing that in here. She looks so happy as she rips out her fur. Why are you always doing this? Here. Poppy comes in, she's like,
Hi.
hi guys, roll around on the floor, and then immediately it's like, and then she like leaves a big pile of presents, her hair, and then she's just like, see ya.
Hi.
They just made the finale and finished it.
Oh, wow. Hopefully it was good.
Hopefully it was better than the
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones finale.
That show's been running for many, many years. I think ever since like middle school, I've heard about Stranger Things. Was it? Was
Stranger
it? When did it first start?
Aren't they all like grandpas now?
Old.
I've seen some Stranger Things in my time. Alien stage mention? Alien stage?
No, it's Stranger Things.
It
20.
was it not got sis better. What? It was, wait, which word was is? It was def not got is better? Wait.
God, Game of Thrones is better?
Oh, G-O-T. I was reading G-O-T as got.
Yeah.
It was def not Game of Thrones is better. Okay.
Oh my. You know, that is kind of unfortunate. Like such a like these popular shows just get tanked. I would be super sad if like if my story just got tanked after like season 1.
I get it.
I mean, I get it too.
Imagine you have a show you're making literally like millions and millions of dollars off of, right? And you would never just stop, right? Even if the story wraps up, people like you're just like not
But we gotta
like
milk
you,
it.
but like they have to milk it, right? You have a wildly popular formula that succeeds and works. Of course they're gonna milk it. Of course they're gonna keep going with it. They're gonna run it until it's
Ground.
completely decimated. So it happens with like everything, and I get it. It's because it's all like money driven, right?
I feel like if I'm just gonna,
Walking Dead.
I feel like I'm just gonna have to like end it when it should end. I just can't. I just rather just make another story after that.
My teacher gave me $2 today so I could take the bus, but my stepmom picked me up.
Oh, but that's
You should give
I mean-
give those $2 back as like a gift for like the teacher's birthday or
That was
something, and be
so
like, here's your
sweet.
$2. That is very
Aw.
sweet.
that's so sweet.
That is very sweet.
I painted a jelly donut.
Imagine having that, but your show is amazing, but the directors fumble the heck out of it. The ending that's what happened to Game of Thrones, right? Like it should have been an amazing ending, but it was terrible. I don't remember. I watched Game of Thrones a long time ago, but I never did see the last season.
I would cry.
Yep. Yeah, that would be devastating. Absolutely devastating.
I
You know
would
what
just
I heard
not.
though?
What?
Dungeon Crawler Carl might get a TV series.
They better not ruin it.
I hope they don't ruin it, but that would be sick.
That'd be really
So
cool.
good.
I mean, like, if I just ended up not liking or caring about the story in the end anyways, then I'd be like, yeah, whatever, just do whatever you want. But, like, I feel like it would just be too precious.
I feel like that flavor didn't really feel Alani. It kind of felt like Dr. Pepper. I like Dr. Pepper, but it was kind of like Dr. Pepper. I like Alani because it's like, oh my gosh, guys, get ready with me
It
while
felt
I
more
sip
like
on
a
my
different.
Alani.
It felt less like girly pop.
This was like sody pop, not girly pop. You know?
Yeah.
Like when I get Alani, right? When I drink an Alani, it's supposed to be like a get ready with me experience. This, it wasn't as much. I didn't dislike the flavor.
My parents actually fell asleep and forgot me. Oh no. Aww.
George hasn't
Honestly,
even
W
finished,
teacher.
hasn't even finished writing the last book in Game of Thrones. The show had to ask him how the story ended to make the final season. That's crazy.
That is
Did he
crazy.
still not finish it? Is he still like chilling? I remember this talk between Stephen King and George R.R. Martin, or what? Is there 2 R's or is there 1? I don't remember. But anyways, I remember there was this talk between them. It was kind of interesting to watch some of it. Bro, that bread looks so good.
It does? Oh, yeah, that one.
I was just looking at that. That one looked really good,
Oh,
too.
thank you.
Those aren't really my types of bread, though. Like,
Yeah.
I like them.
You like just like bog standard bread.
I like bog, standard, juicy, crusty, texture-infused
Bread.
bread.
With butter.
With butter.
Okay, I need to make dinner. I'm hungry. We need to wrap up. It's so cute. Your bread. I wanna nom on those cheekums.
Where's our kitties at? They hate us!
Kitty, 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 kitty. Poppy just came in to rip out some fur, and that was it.
We did watch The Dead Zone. Was it The Dead Zone? Recently. It was pretty good. That
was pretty
Stephen
good.
King movie.
Yeah.
It was fun. Ice cream is what I have problems drawing, and fried chicken.
We should do that next time.
Ice cream? I feel like a lot of the time food doesn't get as dark as people think. Food a lot of the time has a lot of subsurface scattering, and the shadows get more saturated than they do dark. I feel like food where the shadows get too dark a lot of the time will feel very like lifeless and not like food.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, like none of those shadows are dark. Like light goes through that so
Look at that subsurface
easily.
scattering right there. There's like a haze. Really bright. Gradient.
Yeah.
That looks good.
And I'm not just talking about because it's like well lit because of like product photography or whatever, and there's like bunch of lights all around it.
Well, even like this.
Yeah, like you just don't get that dark of shadows, and like you see that shadow down there in the corner right there. That's really, 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 really saturated. You like zoom into it. That's the opposite side.
What? Oh.
That one.
Oh, okay.
It's so saturated. It goes like yellow to like extremely saturated. And you'll see all of the shadows and textures. It's basically just like cream color next to like yellow.
Yeah. It's very blown out though on this camera.
Ice cream. A lot of light transmits through ice cream.
Eggless vanilla ice cream.
Eggland's best.
Eggless. What? I don't understand.
Have a nice meal. Winds of Winter is the last book, and it still isn't out years later. I thought all the books were out like years and years ago. I never watched them. Did you read them? You sound like you're very passionate about this subject, Clear Sky. Are you passionate about
She's probably read all the books by now. And
they're
it's just waiting for that
the
last volume.
one. I never did find my curry. Let me see if I can find it. What was it, like curry?
Oh, I never read it. I was just into the show. Oh.
Chicken curry?
How about you just look up all your images that you've sent?
Can I?
Yeah, you can do like by...
From a specific user.
By the way, chat,
Me.
if you, our live classes are still... Wait, we still have spots open for our live classes in February, so you can check it out on our website, drawanime.com. It is the teal button. We are doing a anatomy and figure drawing class, so if you want to like get that accountability in and get critiques on your homework, you can go check that out on our website, drawanime.com. It is the teal button, not the yellow button. This is our recorded program. So yeah.
In art... Wait, what? Filters? In Art Share 3. Apply.
Think it's in there?
Okay.
Okay. Oh, there it is.
Got it.
Yeah, let's
Dang.
go.
I like channeled my inner secretary. All right, this is the curry that I painted a little while back. Dude, I'm so hungry. Why am I looking at this?
Why?
Look at that.
I feel like you can like add more to this later on. I think
Yeah.
your bread like is like way better.
Oh yeah, I went way more detailed with my bread than I did this curry. This is
Bread and curry?
yeah. Bread. Curry is the bread of curry. I have no
What?
idea. I don't know.
I got a tinkle.
Like I could be a little bit more stylized with this and maybe like I love the floating pieces too. Like it's so yummy. There's just literally pieces that are floating. It's just god curry or god katsu. Chicken katsu. What is this called? I don't even know what it's called. Bro, how am I going to draw around this? This is going to be hard. Get ready for a bunch of undos. Let's go like zoom or zoom. It's not too bad. Should I even put a line around it? I feel like we could take this entire thing and just kind of... Whoa! Look at that. Bland? Oh. You know, and we could even just come in here and be like... This is like one of those things you get in Fortnite out of the chest. Oh. Like a legendary chest or something, whatever they're called. Curry blessed by the gods. Yeah, exactly. What do you think of this, Christina? Is the blessed curry blessed by the gods?
Oh, that's good.
Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just... Do I have enough undos? This is the risky part.
Yes. You do.
Yep.
Pineapple. I don't know.
Pineapple.
Oh, did I not push away the chair again?
No, I didn't hear it.
Chat, my lower body is just absolutely broken because I had to bend down so much working on my garden and squat and now my whole body just hurts. And I
guess
can't
I
get
could
up
put a
easily
little
as I
more
want
in
to.
it. Cheeky little holding line.
Yummy.
Bag of holding.
Holy curry, yeah. Can you make steam coming off of it?
I mean, I
That
guess.
would look very that would look very fresh.
It'd probably be like...
I didn't realize that was chicken katsu. I thought it was like meatloaf. Hey, meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
You know, meatloaf or Hamburg steak with curry actually tastes
it's
really
so
good.
good.
I had that combination. It was really good. Maybe I should make it again sometime. Hamburg steak.
I guess we could have a little like steam coming off it.
Tips on drawing hair highlights. We have a video on how to render hair. It's a 3-part series on our YouTube channel. If you go to YT and say Draw Anime Academy, that is our channel, and you can find it there. I'm never decisive with when to say YouTube or YT.
No, I just thought it was funny. You were like, if you go to YT and say
And
Draw
duh.
Anime Academy, I just think
My
it's
brain's
funny.
not working.
No, I think it's cute.
And did I say put in or say?
You
I thought I
said
said
say.
put in. Oh my gosh. My brain is just not working at all today.
You know, we can get some darker stuff in here as well. That contrast. You're like whispering the word say to yourself. Say.
Just out of it.
I don't remember what curry looks like, so I'll just have to guess. I bet you anything, though, it'd look pretty cool if we had some darker bits in here. Like this. Nice. Dang, when I was in Singapore, there was this place called Monster Curry. Oh, it was so good, dude.
Monster curry, huh?
Yeah. It was so good.
I'm so excited to read this comic. It's cute.
That's cute. Wait, what does that say? That's silly. She's like a little doggy with her. Well, chat. Chit chat. Chit chat. Here, we'll put these like next to each other. Bread and curry? Okay. We must go. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one. And that's actually, we must go as well.
Yeah.
We must go and perform the ritual
Of cooking.
of, yeah, bread ritual. I don't know. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out, showing up, doing the stuff and all that.
Jam looks pretty good. I know how to render jam now for a bit.
I'm an expert. Once I've mastered the
mastered
art
the
of
art of-
jam rendering, I'll move on to
Bread rendering.
bread. I've currently mastered jam rendering. TY for stream, you are welcome.
You're
Thank you for
welcome.
being the best student ever.
This is Procreate, and this is an iPad Pro 13-inch. Colton uses Photoshop. And then... You didn't use your nightcap this morning.
My head wasn't cold.
Oh, okay.
I do have a nightcap. It's so funny. It looks great. It keeps my head warm. If y'all are bald, your head gets cold. When you're sleeping, your head sticks out of your blankets, right? And you're like...
Your head shivers.
And so you got to get a hat or something, or wrap your head in swaddling clothes, blankets.
Swaddle that bald.
So Christina got me like a little hat. It's like literally the most
Comical cartoon.
like bump in the night hat. Like literally.
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry, bump in the night, holding the candle hat
We should
you've
watch Tom
ever
and Jerry
seen.
together.
We did one
We did only a
time.
little bit, but we didn't like fully commit to it.
Can we
you
see
know?
the hat?
I thought you guys seen it one time.
No, we just literally got it like yesterday.
Oh, I thought we showed it because we streamed yesterday.
No, it
Oh.
came late.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
it did. No, I didn't open it or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Can we see the hat? Can we see the hat, Gizmo says. That's wild. All right, everybody.
Have a good night.
Have a great night.
I'm
Holy
very
moly,
hungry.
3 hours and 50 minutes, dude. We got to get going.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for showing up and hanging out.
Yeah, don't forget to check out our anime art score live class on our website.
I'll only draw unit 5 times. I'll show the hat like next time or something.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night and farewell.
Yes.
See ya.
See ya.
All right, and YouTube will say bye as well. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
See ya.